Everyone, hello, and welcome to Nat 20 Productions official here on Twitch, Edge of Legend, episode 100. This is the 100th time we've done this. It has been a couple of years, and we'll do all the mushy emotional stuff in a bit, or else we'll never get started. Before we do, I want to give a huge thank you to Pengu-chan, Reap Psyche, Mahooch, everyone in the chat that's been giving us subs. This is amazing. Thank you so much. And we already have a level 2 hype train. This was supposed to be an epic episode of level 5. I don't know how I'll make it more epic. I will probably make something up on the spot as I want to do. But let's get into it and say hello so we can get this amazing episode underway. First of all, we're all doing our amazing closet cosplays. So enjoy the feast of the eyes of the characters before you. Let's start off with, well, she's eating a chicken nugget.
God damn it,
Sydney.
PJ. Hi, I'm Kylie, or I go by Kai. It really doesn't matter at this point. God damn it, PJ. I knew it was coming.
I legit, I'm checking the live feed. I look back. You're just having a powerful moment with a chicky nugget, and I'm like, I'm gonna let this go. I'm gonna go someone else.
Fine, it's fine. I play Shionibus, the Elven Ranger, and we both go by she/her. Now I'm gonna go eat my chicken nuggets. So.
Oh yeah. Next up on the list, we have Sydney. Sydney, please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Hola! My name is Sidney Rubino. I play Alona, the half-elf cloistered cleric, and our pronouns are she, her.
Very nice. Also want to take another quick second to say thank you so much to Roller Raja for the sub. Thank you so much. Huge shout out to Alani Feld, a friend from way back, and now we're at level 3 hype train already. Thank you so much for everything. Before I forget, let's go say hello to Sam. Sam, please tell us who you are, who you're playing, what your pronouns are.
Hello, it is me. I am Sam, and I play Ichipokton Papakui, also known as La Pacifica Dorita. And I've got Frog here. Episode 100, of course. He's very excited.
Frog.
Well, next up, we have Randy. Randy, please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Howdy. I'm Randy Alvarenga, and I'm playing Lothier Vanlinson, our human druid. And our pronouns are he, him.
Yeah. Well, next and certainly not least, we have Wes. Wes, please tell you who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Hi everybody, I'm Wes. I play Dragon Targir, and we are both he, him. Excited for episode 100 and all of the chaos that I'm sure you will rain down on us.
I'm gonna try. My name is PJ. I am the GM for Edge of Legend and Nat 20 Productions official here on Twitch. My pronouns are he, him, and tonight I'll be playing everyone and everything, literally, in between. So let's get into a quick recap. If you haven't had a chance to see the Queen of Recap, Sydney, do it on Nat 20 Prods on YouTube. Go ahead and check it out. If you didn't see it, here is what you missed. Last episode was a doozy. After surviving the basement of Emmerich Industries, the heroes decide to go back to their apartment. Now, this is technically the episode before that. They survive a bunch of assassins trying to kill them, and then they start interrogating one in a zone of truth, which unfortunately Morel is also stuck in. So after a few awkward questions here and there, they learn a lot about the Reckoners, where they're stationed, which is the Order of the Platinum Hammer, and a few other details. And if you've had a chance to go on our TikTok, thank you everyone who has been on our TikTok, because the week has been truly amazing. And leading up to this 100th episode, one of our TikToks has gotten 61,000 views. So thank you to everyone who's checked that out. That means the world to us. It's been a great present. And if you see that, then you would know that Dragon got a new ring that lets him put spells into things like a magus does, but things that, he's not used to putting them into, projectiles and such. And he puts a level 3 fireball into a rock, which, because the resonance of Isix is still in New Jack City, it gets wibbly wobbly and turns into a level 9 fireball stuck in this rock. Yeah. He hands it to the Reckoner, and the Reckoner just leaves with this giant firebomb in his pocket, to which everyone decides to then chase him down immediately to get it back. They do some coaching and some life-changing, and he ends up working at Stokes in their development process. After some discussion, they realize now's the time to go to the Bureau. the BAI. So they sneak into the special route made for them by Rochelle. Once they get in, they do some lying, they do some deceiving, and they're able to get to the Dark Vault, the Black Vault, where they keep all of the really dicey information. The minute they enter, though, of course, being joined by Agent Pulver, after letting him know that there are some people in the Bureau that may be in a special coup to kill Camouflage, he joins them. They find the vault, they break in, and find a ritual underway to currently purge Camouflage from New Jack City forever. After a very daring fight and a lot of awesome choices made, they're able to stop the battle altogether, with one of the Reckoners just stopping the fighting, stepping back, and smoking a cigarette, because that was much preferred than getting his face blown off of his face. And in this moment of peace and quiet-ish, some tense deliberations, this is where we're coming back live for episode 100, technically season 2, episode 35 of Edge of Legend. So, you come back to a room, one that is warm with the frantic musk of violence and fear. Gunshots have finally ceased, and the gun smoke has made a thick haze over everything. You have the members of the Bureau who are not sleeper agents for the Reckoners, still with their hands up in the air and done. The member of the Reckoners who is not killed, still smoking their cigarettes. Everyone give me a perception check.
Oh,
I'm so good at these.
okay, okay. Not the best roll for episode 100 yet.
Okay.
That's
All right.
that's a 17 from me.
5, 17,
27.
9?
29, okay.
2.
Oh,
What?
22.
Oh,
Wait, 2 for
I
Sam.
said 2, and I was like, wait, how?
what?
22.
That is it's actually a 25 for Dragon.
25. Okay.
I know, right?
Perceptive.
Everyone hears
He's paying attention.
a whispering, muttering sound. You hear this voice and the sound of a quill scratching and scribbling on paper. Doesn't make any sense in the middle of a gunfight, in the middle of a vault, in the middle of a city that doesn't even need ink. What is this sound? This and his voice. No, yeah, no, that's the way it's gonna go. Shionibus,
Yes.
you don't know if it's because you have spent so much time in between the world of the living and the world of the dead. You don't know if it's because you descend from the children of gods from other realms. You don't know if it's because you have seen through the lies of gods and devils, but you see something very out of the ordinary. Time stops. You watch time stop.
Are the rest of the party members frozen, like in time?
They're slowing down.
I'm going to, like, do I feel myself slowing down, or am I still, like, as well? Am I still on tangent with everyone?
Have you ever jumped into the deep end, or maybe in the shallow end, and just allowed yourself to be present in the water alone?
I mean, I've been drowned by a god, so that's kind of the same thing.
It's basically, yeah, that's the feeling you get. The sense that you are present here, but everything is still and serene.
Cool. Awesome. I'm going to look at Lothier and, like, touch his shoulder and, like, shake him a little and do the same to Alona, and to just make sure that we're all still at least somewhat present. And, like, it's the don't fall asleep, like, just stay awake kind of energy.
As you shake everyone, you feel yourself in the exact same metaphor, sitting in the shallow end, being present in the stillness of the water. You start to realize time has stopped all around you, and you are both here and yet not. This fabric in between the layers of fabric. And you hear another voice, the voice continue. No, because then that wouldn't work. But I mean, it's gotta lead to something. Well, I mean, they'll figure it out. But if they don't, how am I gonna get them there? I have to trust them. I think I just have to trust. That's what they have to do. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the mumblings just continue. Yeah, no, I don't know. Maybe in the fourth act. I don't know.
Does anybody else feel a bit strange?
Yeah.
Yes, all the time.
Oh. I mean, meant right now though, a bit more than usual. What is that noise? Anybody else hear that?
Yeah. Where's that even coming from?
Can I do an Arcana check?
Any check you want, go right ahead. Anyone can make any check that they want.
Can I do a religion check instead?
Any check you want. Anyone can do any check you want. A
I'm
lore
gonna do
check.
Nature.
There you go.
Ichi's going to investigate the space they're in for accessible bathrooms and see
God
if the
damn
sound
it.
is coming from there.
I will say, it makes sense that this wouldn't work, so I'm gonna go with it. It's a 2, plus my 18, so a dirty 20. But like, that's my highest stat, and I rolled a 20.
I also have a dirty 20 for Arcana.
I rolled a
Oh.
30 on perception to investigate the bathrooms for this noise.
Okay.
I got a
I-
30. What? Go ahead, Kylie.
Go ahead. I'm still calculating, so you're good.
I got a 34 for religion.
Okay.
I got 23 for perception.
Okay.
We perceive the bathrooms. and that's
So
it.
the good thing is that Sam, you definitely find fully functioning, working toilets that are up to code with all paperwork.
All the fixins.
Good. Yeah.
So
She's gonna
Yeah.
poke a toilet paper roll to make sure it's adequate. It has at least 2 ply. She is satisfied, and she's gonna return to the group.
as you do, Alona, Shionibus, and Ichi Pakton Papakui, you see kind of appearing through a shimmer as it becomes whole in your view, a massive wooden writing desk. The quick slant angle here. You see a large, massive green tome opened up on it. Leaves of paper spewing from this desk everywhere. And then also filling out the image, coming into a shimmer. You see a man wearing a blue tunic and a cape, a tabard, a beard, and brown hair. And you just see him scribbling at this book with this pen and dab, 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 and then goes right back to it. And he's looking at the paper. No, because then that could... No, they wouldn't like that. No, I guess... But no, but it has to make sense. What am I gonna... How's it gonna relate back to the first chapter? We're already in the act 4, and I don't know. Just writing furiously, you see this person at the desk.
I'm gonna approach the person at the desk very cautiously.
Okay. They're definitely in their own world right now. They are 100% into this writing that they're doing.
Ichi sees Alona approach and sees the person not respond, and she's gonna very carefully tiptoe forward, stand next to Alona, and yell, "Yo! Who are you? What are you doing? How did you get here?"
At this, Lothier and Dragon, you now have your attention drawn to this entity in the room. A split second, you were just looking at that exact pocket of space and it was empty, but now, with a snap, you see this man writing at a desk. God! What? 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 What?
Well, how'd you do that?
Yeah, that was... What?
Yeah, I'd also like to know how the hell you just did that.
Wait, you're not supposed to be doing magic in New Jack City.
Yeah,
it's
that's bad.
illegal here.
Who's
I
doing
figured
that?
it out multiple times.
You're not supposed to be seeing me in New Jack City.
I
Wait,
have
what?
eyes.
I
Yeah.
did. That's
Yeah.
what concerns me.
Uh-huh.
That I have eyes?
Yes, and that they're looking at me.
You want me to not have eyes?
I don't.
Yeah,
I mean,
don't
no.
say that on my friend.
Dragon
don't-
gets closer to him and just stares.
Fionamus is gonna cover Ichi's eyes so he can't see him.
No.
Okay, look, I'm very busy. What? Hi, I should introduce myself. And with a loud thud, the tome closes and he puts it under his arm. You can call me the scrivener. You can call me the writer. You can call me the storyteller. You can call me whatever damn name you want. I'm the guy that writes what you do.
Like the fan fiction?
What?
Yeah, well, that's been mentioned about 32 times since the 999th page. No, but I mean, I can write fanfic. This is really the nonfiction.
So, is there like a reason you're following us, or?
Look, I got a job. Three
Uh-huh.
spooky heads in the greater cosmos told me to take notes, so I'm taking notes and I'm writing what y'all doing.
You're like
Oh.
writing a novel about us?
Nah, well,
Wait.
I can tell it's not going well.
well,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to pry, but it's you know, everything you do, everything you think, every place you go, every place you're going to go. I
You
gotta
know
write
what
down.
we're thinking?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I'm so
freaky.
sorry.
I
What
grab
am I
my
thinking
head
right
and
now?
I turn away.
Tell me what I'm thinking.
You're probably thinking that there needs to be more OSHA safe bathrooms. I don't even know what an OSHA is.
No, I already solved that problem. What am I thinking
Oh.
now?
Oh, now. Oh, hold on.
Do you want a hint?
Yeah, please. Hold on. Yeah, what are you thinking now? Give me a hint. Oh, you're thinking of the frog mug. Yeah.
No, I want
No?
coffee. Did
Oh, you want
bring
coffee. No. I mean, that does make
Why are
sense.
you here?
I'm everywhere. Why you can see me now, I have no idea. Maybe it's because this whole place is just rippling with madness, but yeah, no, I'm the storyteller. I'm the one that's writing your story and telling it to the three spooky faces.
Would you like
Well-
a very special paperweight?
Basically, I'm basically a paperweight for all your lives.
Dragon, no!
No.
I wasn't actually gonna give it to him. It was a joke. He said he knew everything.
Oh, you're asking if I want the firebomb that's in your all's pocket?
Yeah,
Can I even die?
About that.
Never even thought.
we
about
can
it.
try.
Wait, but we're here, so I don't want to die.
That's fair. I also don't want to die.
Well.
And what did you mean very powerful? I mean, I just a normal one.
Yeah.
Trust the narrative is sound on this one. The writings in the book, that thing is going to be catastrophic when it goes off.
That's great news. Thank you.
Yeah, Dragon, that checks. Yeah.
So,
like-
you don't know what's going on. You
I
don't know what's going on. Are
I
you
know-
sure you haven't just subconsciously written yourself into existence so we can see you?
no. I'm very explicitly not supposed to do that. That's bad taste. No, I live in between the in-betweens. So the fact that you can see me means that you've somehow slipped in between the in-betweens.
Is
You're-
this like that one time when I was playing hooky from school and then my mom came home? So I tried to hide behind the bookcase, but I got stuck between the bookcase and the wall. And she didn't see me, but I was stuck there for 12 hours. Is it like that time?
I actually kind of identical, except I was paid to go there. Well, not paid. I was tasked to go behind the bookshelf.
Wait, people are paying you to like keep track of us?
Payment's a strong word. I'm really kind of being tasked with the cosmic imperative.
And these three spooky heads, gods, deities,
Ooh.
Demons.
demons.
a-
Are you working? You don't seem
Oh
like.
no. The corrupted. No, I'm not working for them. No, this is bigger than all that. Have you ever asked the question, like, who wrote the bibliography or who wrote the biography? They're the ones that write the biography.
How long have you been following us?
Okay, so first and foremost, this place you're in, we call it the margins, right? You know, space in between the words. I thought it was kind of witty. So you're in my margin space right now. The margin space has existed since the first 2 letters were ever conceived. So I've been basically watching all of you for about 40,000 years.
Like everyone, or like specifically us? Because I definitely haven't been around that long.
Right. Me and the blue man here, we're pretty new. 40,000 years seems like a long time to be following us. I was just playing in the mud.
Well, you know, that's the funny thing about time. It always means something to somebody and always means nothing to a lot of people. No one's right or wrong. Time is just a measurement, right? If I've been watching you all for 40,000 years, you know, maybe for me that was 2 hours. Maybe for you that was 28 years. Who knows? But either way, you know what? I gotta go find a new desk. I'm not supposed to be talking with the talent. I am gonna go, and if you need me,
Wait.
I will be in their marginal space.
Hold on.
You can be here though because there are adequate bathrooms.
Do I do that?
Have you ever had
Yeah, no, I
food?
have to do that. I don't know.
You obviously haven't
honestly-
been drinking enough coffee.
Yeah, you
I must
obviously
have,
need
yeah.
to wait. You're probably writing about it. Maybe you just really want to taste Bum Boys.
Yeah.
They got
that's-
some good food.
I was also gonna tell him to try out the funnel cakes.
Funnel cakes.
Appendage number 19.13.44 plus 9. And barely a bun boys did enter my hand.
Did you just wait?
What?
Wait!
What?
Make me one.
Wait,
You can't.
it's
just
that easy. You can just write
Please.
things into existence.
Please.
Sometimes, but that's not my purpose. I'm not supposed to do that. I'm only supposed to write what you all do.
But you
I-
just did it. You just broke the rule.
Shut up. No one needs to know.
What if what I'm gonna do
No one needs to.
is make you make us Bun Boys? Then you can write that, right?
Well, just give us 1 sec. I'm gonna group huddle, please. Huddle.
All right.
Okay.
Huddle.
Enjoy your group huddle. I'm just gonna be sitting here
Okay.
enjoying the first thing I've ever had to eat, and it's amazing.
Okay, everyone.
So good, right?
So
He
good.
like looks up out of the huddle.
Consider this.
Yeah.
If this guy can write anything into existence, what if he can write the Green King out?
Like he has a giant eraser or something?
Yeah.
Oh my
Ooh.
gosh.
But what if it's the book that's magic and not him?
Ooh, that's
What
gonna be
if
a
we
real
take the
bummer for
book?
him.
And just like-
isn't that the same? Wouldn't that be the same thing? At the end.
No, because then we would have the book. We could take the book, and then we would have the book.
And then we can write whatever we
Yeah.
want.
Like, we could open it up and write, Brack is the most fertile land in the world.
And then boom, it'll be true.
This is a thing. I
Just
remember
saying.
watching like this play series back home where a guy found a book and he would write names in the book and then those people would die. And it was like an ongoing series.
Oh.
I don't remember how it ended, but like I think that's like
Kind of
this.
a
I think
boring
this is
way.
real.
I mean, that's how we can get rid of our enemies. I feel like that's a pretty easy way. So
Yeah, but isn't that, like, not a lot of fun? Why don't we just write in, they never lose a fight? So that way we get to continue fighting, but then we know we're going to win.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I feel it's imperative to tell you I'm writing everything you're saying in the book right now. I'm aware of what you're saying.
I
Ooh.
thought this was a private conversation. Usually when people huddle into a group
I mean,
and put their arms around and then like look at you like this.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, and who do you think
It's
makes sure that all
private.
those words look, you know, I think I've overstayed. I need to go to my new marginal space. It was such a pleasure to meet you, but I have to
Wait.
go now.
but you haven't tried funnel cake.
You know what? I think I'll try it in my new marginal space. Everyone, thank you so much for your time. I gotta go. The three
Hold,
spooky
Alona
faces.
lunges at this man.
Okay, are you grappling him? Or what are you
Yes.
doing?
I'm
Alright,
the
good.
worst person to do this, but he can't leave. He can't leave, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna
this is
see
not what I
what's
expected
going
from
on.
you.
I'm gonna
Oh my
fold
God.
a dog pile.
Okay, it's not nat 20, but it's an 18.
Oh,
What's the plus for the? Is it athletics?
Yep.
Grapple?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, excuse me.
That's a very important siren. Yeah.
While she does that, Dragon is going to try and grab the book.
Okay. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Athletics. That's excellent. Okay. All right. So
I got a 26 to grapple this guy.
26. Okay.
That's a 32.
32. Okay. So
Dragon's very athletic. There's a lot of other things that he's got low rolls on, but athletics, he gets an A+.
So it's like a game of keep away with people who are smaller than you. Alona, as you reach out, he's writing, and Alona lunges out, puts a hand up, and your forehead kind of gets stuck by his hand, and then he starts going, this is new. And Dragon's going to steal the book, and steps aside as you reach for the book, and he's like, okay, this is great. I love your enthusiasm, but I really need to go and continue writing your story. I'm just going to leave now. And he begins to storm off, and you see the space compress upon space. Dragon, in your hand, though, is a leaf of paper from the book.
Yes, that's exactly what I wanted to happen. You just see Dragon's eyes light up. Guys.
What?
Guys.
What?
I got a page.
Wait, what?
What does it say?
Is it a blank page?
You look at it, and there's writing all over this piece of paper.
Okay.
It is faded writing.
Right. Well, this is faded, but I was kind of hoping for a blank page so we could write whatever we want. But I did look, and so he's gonna set it out in front of everybody.
Okay.
Ooh.
You know what this means?
Uh-huh.
We can finally have a fan fiction night. But we can start with reading this page.
Okay.
All right.
If we can find, all right. You know what? That might be too much power. Anyway, I'm going to tell you what what was in my mind. You could write a fan fiction and have it play out in front of you if we steal that guy's book.
You know,
I look over at Alona and I go, you might want to watch out for that guy. 'Cause,
yeah.
So, as you look at the piece of paper, you all start feeling a lightheadedness, dizziness, nausea. Room is spinning. Your body starts to go numb. Even your lips go numb. You're aware of how you can't feel any appendage on your body. And all you see on the piece of paper is a simple little sentence. Before there was anything, there was only energy, power, and a vast, cold nothingness. Then, eyes opened. Now, before we went live, I told you all to roll a 1d6.
I forgot.
Oh,
As eyes open. Now, I don't know, Sam, did I get your 1d6?
Nope.
Could you roll that now for me, please? Pretty please.
I guess.
I mean, it's
Let's see.
kind of important.
It's a 1.
It's a perfect. Okay,
I hate that. Don't say that.
so
But it could be
So-
turn order, 1 through 6. Because I got a 6, and now I'm scared about it.
so you all open your eyes when you hear the voice say, "Eyes opened." You find yourself in this vast cosmic sea of infinite colors, lives, possibilities, potentials, and you hear a voice. "Rise and shine. It's good to see you." You all open your eyes and you see standing in front of you what appears to be a powerful and noble Akkadian man with platinum scales, a long white beard, and next to him you see a gorgeous woman, raven hair, amber skin, and eyes a flash of all the colors of the rainbow. Next to them you see a very handsome man with an eye patch across one eye, 2 long horns coming out of his head, and a very undeserved smirk. And next to him, you see a man with a bald head, shirtless but wearing long leathers for the waist down, and a very sour disposition. And the voice continues. "Yes, you are now alive." I believe we're told that this is the beginning of all things. So welcome, ye gods. Welcome home.
I knew it! I knew
God
it! I knew
damn
it!
it!
Gods! Ha!
God damn
Ah!
it! Fine.
Wait.
Fine. I owe you
So-
a drink. Fine. It is what it is.
What did you think it was going to be, Kylie? I'm curious now, since you all had bets put on it.
I thought. Okay. I thought we were still going to be our characters, and hence I'm like, we wouldn't get into closet cosplay if we weren't going to be our characters, Sydney, or I was going to storm off screen. So, and I was like, well, maybe we're going to be like, beginning we'll fight the Green King, or in the middle of the episode that's when we'll fight him, or he'll show up, something like that. I didn't know. Whatever, Sydney.
Well, now, I should say, you are still, at least your awareness is still you. You, as Shionibus, are experiencing this, but the reflection is very, very different. I'm now sending you, in a private message, the god that you are, the brief description, and some of your god powers that you'll be doing tonight. Well, that if you want to use, you can use tonight.
No, totally won't use those at all. What do you mean?
Why would you give Wes that kind of power?
Look, I'm gonna find some loopholes, okay? It's what I do.
I love it. I love it.
Okay, so what did Wes roll? Wes rolled a 6. Okay, so Wes... This is going to take a minute.
Oh my actual god. Gods.
Gods.
In the meantime, all right, Kylie, technically we were both right. So like, you know,
Technically,
we'll buy each other.
we'll share drinks.
Yeah.
We'll share. It's
Oh
fine.
no, we all have to hang out and have drinks. That's crazy.
Gross.
Oh,
no.
I'll bring the chalky milk.
Oh, yay!
All right.
All right, it's gonna take me a while. All right. So now where's so I believe Sydney rolled a 4.
I did. Honestly, at this point, I know who the first two gods are, and then the other two I'm confused because I forget how we just I forget how we describe them.
Oh,
been a long
I will tell you in just a second once I have distributed everyone's deity.
Incredible.
Number 4, you're 4. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, cool. Here we go.
Here you go. This is so exciting.
Just for my verification, we're playing through these events as the gods, but are we our characters playing through these events as the gods? Or are our characters just watching this?
Sure, you are playing as your characters playing the gods in the
no.
beginning of all things.
Oh no, okay.
Yeah, Drake.
You are about to be part and responsible for the beginning of all time and life.
The second most important question: our accents or new god accents?
Ooh,
That's fair. That's fair.
I will say
Accents, y'all.
whatever accent you choose, know that what's being heard is the actual voice of the deity themselves.
Okay,
Okay.
got it.
All right,
Okay.
so if once I get the description, I'll come up with something.
Yeah.
Mhm. I sent it to your private Facebook, Wes, so it should be there.
Okay,
Okay. It's in Facebook. Sorry, I was not.
I was waiting on Zum.
Yeah.
Zoom.
Hold on, I gotta find. Otherwise, it would just be a mess if I did it in Zoom.
Fair.
So 6. Okay, so Randy got 2 and Kylie got 3. Okay.
I knew
Scared, y'all.
Which one is 3? Please let it be that one, because that would be
It better
funny
be a
as
cool one,
hell.
PJ. If you want to switch up a number for me and think one fits better than the other, I will allow that shit.
Yep.
No, I don't want to torture you. Let's go with that one. I think that one could be fun.
What does that mean?
I don't like that sentence.
Plus, I don't know if someone else rolled number 5, so I don't want to like screw them out of the character they rolled for. So let's see.
this is insane.
And Randy, you got 2. I believe you rolled 2.
I did. Yep. So, just for all the people, the audience, we had no idea coming into this 100th episode what was going on.
Yep.
And so now this is what it is. I'm excited.
Here we go. Here we go.
Also terrified.
I think this is actually a perfect. They're all perfect castings because you're all perfect players. Here we go. And I should say, because you are all gods, you all have 4 level 10 spell slots that can be used to cast from a list of spells. I'm going to send that to everyone in the group Facebook chat just because that makes the most sense.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So thank you for everyone watching and thank you for your patience.
While we get this figured out, I just want to say happy 100th episode, everyone.
Yo, you made it.
Yeah, happy
Yeah.
100th episode.
Thank you so much. And happy 100 to everyone watching and happy 100 to all y'all. So you have awoken to see these 4 entities that welcome you to existence. With an introduction, the one with the platinum scales says, "My name is Azamat. This is my better half, you could say, Tarzamat." Tarzamat comes up in this beautiful, deep burgundy red gown. She says, "Hi, it's a pleasure to see you all. Welcome to creation. My partner and I awoke into this existence, and we started wandering. And then we met our 2 friends here." And Azamat said, "Yes, our 2 friends. It's a pleasure to have them by our side." The handsome man with the eye patch walks up and says, "Truly a pleasure to meet you all. My name is Magadon. It is wonderful to meet you. And of course, my brother, who requires an introduction because he's terrible at social events. This is my brother, Ravon."
God damn it.
Oh no.
So you are still you in your mind and in your soul. You're witnessing the moment in the beginning of all things when the first 4 woke up, met each other in the grand meandering of all things, and when they found you all in the same great vastness. Now the question is, who wants to introduce themselves, or who wants to have me describe their introduction? The choice, of course, is always yours.
I'm gonna start and say, can you please introduce? Just because, for those who don't know, me and Wes are newer here to the pantheon of gods. We know them, but there's a lot of information. So I would love to hear your intro. But I am excited for this one because it's.
I'm older and I don't know them. I'm looking at this description and I'm like, I've never heard of this guy.
All right. Well, then I'll tell you what. Unless you specifically want to introduce your character and just let me know by a hand raise, I'll introduce you to the universe.
You can have that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So Randy going first. Randy, you open up your eyes, your beautiful, brave eyes, and you see upon your own head a golden crown and a large ruby red mane like a lion in the shape of a wondrous heart. You find your chest barrel-chested and exposed in your red tunic, unafraid to be vulnerable and strong enough to handle whatever comes at you. You are Adaraya, the Lionheart, the god of love. You are the warrior who weeps, for you shall know no emotion denied, and you will live in unbound passion. You will become one of the closest friends to Azamat in a tragedy that we will soon get to see unfold. Moving right along, Wes.
Mm-hmm. Please.
This is great. This is a character I don't think we've actually been able to expose really. So this is wonderful. Wes, you open up your eyes across 2 plump sun-kissed cheeks, and a long crop of golden hair rolls down your back, your broad and hard-working back. Your gown is made from the very fertile lands that you will one day create crops in. Your hands are broad and strong because one day you will teach them what tools are, and you will make them feel like the family that you feel in your heart. You are Aiga, the goddess of the family, of the farm, of the food. Your holy symbol, which will soon grace the lips of every single farmer and hardworking person, will be 2 seeds put together to make a heart.
This
Now,
is hilarious for Dragon.
It's so great. It's so good.
let's see next up. Oh, I love this. Okay. Sidney, you open up your eyes. Your heavy, pale white eyes. Though your skin is very maidenly, you have such a matronly, older air to you. Your long white hair is encased in a black shawl, a shawl of mourning, a black shawl that covers your face and matches your plain robes that move down about you. You are Hamasa. You are the last sigh that escapes the dying, and you are the first to comfort the dead. While many will be the reapers of souls, the terrifying destroyers of mortality, you give succor, you give silence. You are the peace that finally allows those to rest. You are no slouch, though. You are no non-combatant. You are mistress and master of the sickle and scythe. And though you are peaceful, you are still capable of great violence. Next up. Oh, I love this. Kylie, you hear a sound that will all too soon become familiar, a feeling of love and small frustration. The chirp and meow of 2 cats, 2 plump, fat cats that you will one day call suffix and prefix. They will be the beginning and end of every word, because words are important. Not just any words, but the words that describe greatness, the words that create stories, and the stories that define legacy and legendary. You are Leifer, the goddess of the written word, the stories they tell. You are the arbiter of the Grand Library when that day comes. Your twin brother Falkland's a bit of a douche when it comes to being more about like the definition of words, but you are the spirit of the words he himself is too short-sighted to appreciate. Now, this is a long time before that library is made, but your large hair is filled with the images and stories and legends that have yet to be filled. This long, curly, pink cloud of ideas, and everything you're thinking is given a stage in this pink cloud of hair that is on your head, Leifer, goddess of the book.
They're so cute.
Now, last and certainly not least, Sam. You feel massive, immutable, indefatigable. You feel like a juggernaut. Your skin is now plates of metal upon plates of metal upon plates of metal. Each plate creaks and drips the blood of countless lives lost and shed, constantly bleeding from every plate. Your face impossible to see, for it is indeed your very helmet that is your face. You wear the mantle of blood as it drips from your very shoulders in a red cape. You are already holding so tightly to your 2 weapons, 2 crude chunks of sharpened steel fashioned into a cross each. There is no safe place to grab this weapon. To hold it is to cut your own hand, but to wield it is to have a deadly weapon in any direction. Thrust, hook, slice, thrust, stab. Any direction is death incarnate. You are Koga. You are war. You are struggle, strife, steel, and strength.
This makes sense.
Wow.
I love that, like, Ichi is piloting Koga, who's, like, hardcore. I mean, it fits because you're both fighters, but this is great.
You said you feel like a juggernaut, and I was gonna say, yes, but how do I feel different, PJ?
Touche. I walked right into that. So you now stand at the beginning of all things in the body of these specific gods. Now, you experience the meeting of others. You meet a large, plump, delightful man who's asleep. You can hear him just and you see this large man with a pillow under his head. And Azamat says, no, no, no. Let that one sleep. That is Shah. He's the king of dreams. He's the god of sleep. And we let him rest. You meet all of the other deities. You find a hunter, haggard and tired, with deep rings under his eyes and a bow that never misses. You meet Shulg, master of the hunt, killer of the aim, the very one who taught people how to survive, had taught the wolf to eat the rabbit, taught the rabbit to eat the grass. And in the process, you also meet Half and Adir. You meet them all. And then time passes. It's interesting how you bond, how you make a family, how you make friends. If you wish to talk to any of them, or even just talk amongst yourselves, now is the perfect time.
But we wouldn't know which one's which, would we?
Right.
Can I do a perception check on all the gods to see if anyone looks weird and uncomfortable?
Yes, absolutely.
While they're doing that, Dragon as Iga is just be like, hello everyone, I'm Iga. It's such a pleasure to meet you all. And then look around to see if anyone noticed.
I come over, just come here, give me a hug. And
Dragon's just like in his head, oh my god, I hope you're one of my friends and this isn't just a random god coming to give me a hug.
And then I pull back from it and I go, Adaraya, it's me, Lothier.
Thank the gods. It's you.
I see what you did there. I love it.
I don't know why, but your embodiment reminds me of Know Me Better Man from
Yes!
the Christmas Story. What is it?
It's
the
it's
Ghost of Christmas Present, right?
it's the Muppet Muppets
Yes.
oh god.
Christmas Carol.
Christmas Carol,
Muppet
yeah.
Christmas Carol. Oh my god, yes. I love it so much. Oh, my face hurts from smiling. Okay. You'll see a very small woman with white hair and a black veil kind of shuffle over and go, it's nice to meet all of you. I was wondering if any of you are familiar with fan fiction.
I hear that with my 23, right?
Ilona?
Yeah.
You see this massive creature covered in this armor that's like basically continuously dripping blood, if I read this correctly. Just this is what you see. Yeah, I've heard of that. Tell me all the things you know about that.
Well,
I'm a god.
I'm also a god.
I am also a god.
I am as well.
Also a god.
Are
She's
you a god?
How did this happen?
I don't know, but this is very strange.
But are we all gods?
I know how. All right, I have a question. In that fan fiction that you've read, did you ever read fan fiction about somebody named Ichi?
Yes.
Okay. What's your favorite fan fiction character? Other god?
My favorite fan fiction character is about Ilona.
Alona! Alona! Yes.
I think she means Morel.
Who are you?
That's the story
I come
I'm
over
waiting for.
And
Yes.
I just start shaking them, and I'm just like, "What? Who are you? It's Ichi."
It's
Wait.
Oh,
This is a great question. Are Morel and Tobias here?
Oh
I'm gonna put it to you like this: do you want them to be here?
what do we know at
Yes.
this point?
I mean, we get an extra 2 gods if they are.
Okay.
This clearly was not planned for.
So, well, I always like to assume that NPCs are like nebulous.
Minor
They're
gods?
there when you need them. Yeah,
Yeah,
well, not
minor
that, but
gods.
all right. So, I have to remember who are gods at this point and who are not gods. So the 3 women are not here right now. So that means we have. Okay. So are you asking about Morel and Tobias?
Yeah.
So
Specifically because the Morel's fan fiction was just mentioned.
So you hear this, what? Did someone mention my name? You turn and you see this horizon, a floating horizon with a golden city on it and this bright golden light just spearing from every angle and a long golden road stretching forth forever and ever. This is Al-Safar, the god of cities, business, and thriving towns. And you see Morel is Al-Safar, the god of cities. And he's like, wait a minute. What's happening? Why do I feel industrious?
I like to think his mouth is just a door opening and closing.
Yeah, just it's like a really weird marionette puppet mouth kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Ventriloquist puppet.
That's great.
This is really weird. I mean, this is so weird.
But
Al-Safar. Have you heard of Morel?
Yeah, Alona, it's me, Morel. Wait, you're saying I'm a god right now? I'm Al-Safar.
Essentially, shut up, though.
Right,
how come
all right.
he gets to keep his own voice?
Yeah.
Well, that's because Al-Safar doesn't have a voice in the books, in the writings. He's more of a
know.
consciousness.
Dragon's just jealous.
Everyone give me a religion check.
Oh.
Still not good at these, even at God.
What's Tobias, a leaf?
While everyone is near me, everyone gets a +3 to everything. So
Wait, what?
Oh,
add a +3.
I rolled pretty
Nice.
bad. I got 26.
That's nice.
17.
6.
25.
I don't even want to tell mine.
That is a natural 20, which makes it a 33.
33.
Dang.
Okay.
Amazing.
I love this for you. So you find you look around for Tobias, and it's like, yeah, there's Magadon, there's Ravan, there's Osmot, there's Tarzmot, there's Kolga, there's all these gods. Where the hell is Tobias? And then you realize, looking over at the large, happy, sleeping man, Tobias is stuck in Shah, the god of sleep and dreams. He's just gonna be there forever.
Loser!
Okay, great. So nothing has changed for Tobias.
No, just that he's sleeping alone instead of like sleeping.
All right. So, if we've been made gods, what are we doing here at the beginning of time?
Well, I think we should be trying to figure out a godly way to make our lives easier.
You mean in the future?
Exactly right.
So,
We have god powers, correct?
Definitely feels like it, yes.
I look at Kylie. What's the god that you are?
Leifer.
I look at Leifer and I'm like, does this mean?
I mean, probably.
Wait.
I don't know what you're I don't know what you're like really like inferring. So like you're gonna have to be a little more descriptive. You know how me and religion are.
Yeah.
You gonna kill me? Is that what's
No,
going on?
no. I would never.
Oh, okay.
Not you.
Oh, okay.
Not anyone. Not this guy, not that guy, not that guy, and I point to Ravon.
Oh no, I would kill that guy.
You don't know if there's any gods of hearing here. You should probably keep it down.
I mean, I guess.
That does bring up a very good point, though. If we are at the beginning of time, can we change the future?
I love that idea.
I think we should try. Is anyone here the god of weapons or armor?
The bleeding one.
Yeah, yeah.
So why don't we just have you make us a bunch of amazing weapons and armor and bury it somewhere, and then when we get to the future, we'll just go dig it up.
Genius.
That's an idea.
And I think I kind of feel this power of like land, so I can just make a bunch of land over it.
I like that. All right. I gotta think about this. I gotta think about my designs.
Can you make the land distinct enough that we'll know where it is eons in the future? Because the Earth's going to change quite a bit.
Yes, I could make it a place that is very muddy. Wait a minute. What if this actually already happened?
What do you mean?
Like, we went back in time, right? Which means that potentially we've already done this and everything already is going on. So when we get out of here, the stuff would already be there, right?
Possibly. This gets into some very complicated time theory.
And my first instinct was to use mud since Lothier can use mud to do lots of things, like transport people. What if we ended up making Brack?
Well, let's not do that.
I agree. Let's not.
All
do
right.
that.
Well, that's just what my brain is doing right now. All right. I'm
You
not the
can-
god of blowing things up. I'm the god of land and crops.
I have worshipped you many times myself, but now I am very happy with what is happening here. And once we figure out what our purpose as gods is, then let us be merry.
You hear a horrible argument off in the distance.
Oh no, here we go.
You hear two people talking. Listen, I'm just saying, it's right there. It's right there in front of us. If opportunity knocks on the door, Azamat, buddy, you open that door. This is that moment. We've been walking around in this eternity with no purpose. This could be it. Magadon, I appreciate your ambition, but if these individuals have always been here, it is not upon us to start taking control of their lives. It's not about control, Azamat. It's about power. It's about position. It's about opportunity. We don't have to control anything, but all we got to do is seize the moments that are given to us. And this is what this is.
Dragon would like
Magadon, this is final. No. And you see Azamat walking away, furious, and you see Magadon's going, okay. You don't want any part of it. Got it.
I walk over to Azamat, who is my friend? ?
Oh, yeah.
And I go, oh, someone has a sour face right now. Come on. What's going on? Tell your buddy what's happening, or give me a big hug. Maybe that'll make you feel better.
He gives you a big, warm hug. And as he does, he gives you a friendly kiss on the cheek, and he says, my friend, my brother, your hugs always make my day. We have stumbled upon another deific essence, but they're not sleeping. They were already awoke when we got there. Thousands of them, millions of them, in order and law and their own infrastructure. They're celestial beings. They call their home the Seven Glories. Magadon believes that it's our purpose to rule them. He sees a lacking in leadership, and I keep telling him that's not what we are about. That is not what we are to do. And I know he took his eye as a covenant, but I don't trust him. He's a friend, but not a friend I can trust.
Yes, though I love all of us up here, he takes a bit more care needed to watch him. That is for sure. And he told you that he wishes to rule over these people.
He said all of us, but I suspect he just means himself.
I'll be right back. And I step away and I run over to the rest of the group and I'm like, this is what's going on. You know, it's Lothier. You see for a moment, like, where he was pretending to be, like, he was kind of leaning into what this god was meaning. Right now, as he's relaying the story he's hearing, you're seeing more bits of Lothier as he's like, right. And then there was this thing, and he's just very animated and like, and Magadon is trying to take over these people, and we have to stop it, right?
Lothier, I mean, Adaraya. This is the beginning of the war.
Right, so we stop it. Right? That's why we're here. We have to be here to make a difference, right?
PJ, can I do a religion check to see who was where during the war?
Yeah.
If Alona can remember where all the gods were during the war, or if PJ can remember.
Sure, yeah. Do you mean like where they were, like whose side they were on in the war, or like where they were physically when the war was happening?
Like whose side they were on, and like, I mean, I know they were.
No, go ahead. Make a religion check, and I'll let you know.
Also, if anyone looks over at Iga is growing strawberries and grapes and things, and just eating them.
I love that.
You hear this. First of all, you feel a tap on your right shoulder, and as you instinctually look, you see there's no one there, but now there's a presence on your left shoulder. Made you look, buddy. Hey, listen, those grapes and those strawberries look really good. I would love any of them. And starts just picking off. Looking at it, you see a form whose shape is constantly shifting and changing, like Rorschach's mask, how it's always capitulating and changing.
I'm gonna grow him like 6 really sour limes. Here you are.
Oh, thank you. He eats into it like it's an apple, spits out an apple and gives it back to you. How about you try one of mine?
I try one of the apples.
It's a very horrible lemon that you're biting into. Gotcha. Look at you. You look like a sucker. Get it? Because it's a lemon sucker.
Yes, I get your joke. Although it doesn't seem like that's what you're the god of.
Look, I'm the god of chaos. Fortune, good or bad, doesn't matter, buddy boy. I'm the god of chaos.
Just saying, you could work on your humor a little.
Well, my boyfriend thinks I'm very funny. Isn't that right, Iodex? Iodex just goes, I like your puns. I like your puns, big boy. So you better stop it, because I'm very funny.
Very well. Here are some grapes. And he's just going to grow a thing of grapes. Go share with your partner.
Will do. Hey, Iodex, look at this grass. Look how even it is. You hear Iodex going, I'm all about that evenly cut grass. It is measured so perfectly. And Kioma goes walking over to his now partner, Iodex, to share grapes.
They break up so bad.
Dragon knows none of this lore, by the way, so he's just doing whatever he can do at this
Also,
point.
the grass thing. Shout out to everyone in the chat, all you ledge heads. That's a really old take from like episode 10, where you go to Adolphon and we discover that Iodex loves really well maintained lawns, and this is how it started.
So it started great. I rolled a 36, by the way.
36.
Yep.
So, you remember in the Great Astrogenicon, it is written that, effectively speaking, everyone that falls to the Nine Hells stands with Megadon in the horrible battle that's about to happen. But not Tarzamot. Tarzamot stands with Azamat. And Deka only exists in the realm of corruption, or the Nine Hells. They haven't even met her yet. So you have Magadon, Ravan, Saval, Al-Muhamia, I believe Lefroa, and a few others. There's some neutral agents who just don't want to fight. Shah sleeping and can't fight. I believe Falkland abstains because he's the god of definitions. He doesn't really have anything to offer. But everyone else stands with Azamat in the ruling that these people should be left the hell alone and that Magadon should not interfere.
And this is like how the gods actually end up ruling over the world, because the demons are like, we want to rule, and they're like, no, you can't, we don't want to do it, fuck you.
Well, let's cut
okay,
to the next scene unless we have any other questions. What, do you have anything else you want to? No, please. I don't want to assume.
What's up, Kai?
Go ahead. No. I'm thinking.
Oh crap. Well, I didn't have anything. I just wanted to know who was up here. No, that's all I wanted to know. I'm good. Kylie. Kylie's making a face. Kylie.
PJ.
Mm-hmm.
If I look through my tome, are there stories already written? Or just because I just popped into existence, there's nothing yet?
Which tome are you speaking of again?
Of Leofer's tome of stories.
Oh,
That's a great question.
you're seeing every story that has happened so far. You're seeing the great hunts where Koga and Ravan and Shalg go out together to fight and hunt and compete. You're seeing stories that will eventually become myth for an entire planet. You're seeing myths and stories of a man with a hammer named Thor and a jackal-headed god of the death in Nubia, and you're seeing all these other stories start to write. And you're seeing stories that will one day come true. But things like a man who meets a woman and stops a spear from killing her with a shield. You're seeing stories like a woman who is ready to brave death and damnation to correct a grievous error on someone's soul. You're seeing stories like a young woman who fights tooth and nail for homeland and family honor and a championship belt. You're seeing these stories start to come true in the book, but right now everything else is still kind of hazy.
I'm going to write everything, like taking little notes of the conversation between Iodex and Magadon.
Mm-hmm.
And just casually like walk myself up to Magadon because I like to stir the pot. She's got. Oh, okay. I can do this. Hi. So I know you were just talking to Iodex and whatnot, and you seem like a really big player in this whole, universe thing. And I was just wondering, like, if you had like any cool stories I can like add to the book for the universe, anything like important you want to add about you.
Talking to Magadon, right?
Yep.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Okay, that's real good. That's 18 on the die with, math. That is 33.
33. So as you roll 33 to you start playing on Magadon's ego, and he says, stories, full stories. I think the most that I could do is the ones that we can write together. you and I. His handsome devilish face getting closer to you, his one good eye giving all of his attention. And he says, but if, Leifer, you don't want to spend all night writing every story we can think up of, I can think of one that's going to really knock your socks off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's the story of God King Magadon. See, I was destined to rule. I don't know where I came from, but I know where I'm going, and that is to the tippy top of wherever I am.
Oh, plot twist, it's really not, though. Oh, wow, that is so interesting. You're so sure of yourself. Wow. I could never.
He yeah, okay, let's be gross. I apologize, this is gonna be gross. He says, never. Okay. Well, maybe we can make that never a maybe sometime.
Looks like that's gonna stay a maybe. And she's gonna like toss her hair, her very long hair, in his face and get up and like walk back to the rest of the group.
You can almost hear him like, so there's a chance as you leave.
It hurts so bad.
She just walks over, she's like, I hate him, 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 I hate him.
I was feeling definite love vibes from him and absolute loathing from you.
I
He
have
gives me
met.
like Tobias vibes. Like if Tobias was a god. Ugh.
Oh,
Like worse.
But like creepier, you know?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Makes
I-
me kind of like appreciate Tobias a little bit more, actually.
Right?
Hearing
At
that
least
guy
he has
talk.
some kind of moral standing. I mean, and look, he's harmless here.
I have punched many of men who acted like that in the face.
That's fair.
Wait, if Tobias is the king of dreams, what kind of dreams do you think Tobias is having?
I thought we all figured that one out very quickly.
No.
Can we just think that it's just like a cute little dream about all of us and how he loves all of us and we're great friends? Like, can we just think about that just for the rest of time until we go back to normal?
I start chuckling enormously.
I feel like we've been blessed by the gods to not have to think about Tobias at all right now. So I'm gonna do that. Yeah.
All right. So, we're going to be taking part in a war. And is there, unless there's like more to do in this scene, I think we're.
Well, you do happen to notice, casually look around with your god sight, that as you're all kind of hanging out in this god club that you're in, Magadon's nowhere to be found.
No.
He's nowhere to be found at all. Now, if you want to give follow, then you can do a perception or a survival check.
I
Yeah.
will-
Magadon or Ravon?
Magadon.
Okay.
Rovon is standing around looking like just an absolute piece of shit.
Per usual.
I got 25 for
35.
perception. Woo! Nice.
Okay.
30 for perception.
30 for perception. Okay.
That's the first good roll I've had all night, by the way.
Nice. Now
26.
I'm gonna ruin everyone's good times. Kylie's. I believe Leifer has a special god power.
I do.
Yeah. Let me find it, because I believe what you get is, I'm gonna make sure I get this right because I want to scribble my notes.
Oh no, PJ.
Did you see it?
The all-knowing mind?
Is
that the one?
Yeah. Well, yes, that's the one.
Oh no.
So what's your total with that?
That's a 70.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind.
You sit down. Your pink hair starts to rise and glow, and you can all hear the flapping of wings that a book page would have when it opened emphatically. And as it does, you start seeing in your hair Magadon stepping foot into the seven glories. The very first step he takes, his bright golden tunic, his opulent robes drain. All the gold leaves his body. And this terrifying, kind of bruised purple and blue starts to take over the color. And as he stands foot, his horns grow a little sharper. He just starts to laugh. And you can see him begin to whisper, whispering an incantation. And his fingers begin to grow and drip this purple bruised ooze off the tips as he begins to just keep chanting and incanting. And you see floating around these beautiful celestial beings with feathery wings, wonderful hair, orbs of light, creatures the likes of which you can't even begin to fathom with your mortal minds. And you see them begin to stop in midair, grow sickly, fall to the ground. You see their wings start to drip feathers like wax from a candle. Drip, drip, drip. You see wheels made of golden light spinning in an ever-turning brazier of fire. The fire begins to become cold and smoky. And eventually Magadon smiles as he says, "Yes, come with me, and everything will be absolutely perfect as I will make it. Trust in me. Please trust in me, and everything will be paradise. You'll see. Oh, you all see. My rule is the best rule, and you need me to rule you." As this happens, half of the seven glories drops. Now, the pink hair comes down. Magadon has just started the great betrayal of the celestial bodies, the seven glories, and the Astrogenicon.
Can I
I
grow
haven't
an
talked
apple?
to Iodex yet, and he makes me nervous.
You mean Azamat?
Azamat. Oh God, it's making me nervous.
Now, I should say this. Like I said, that hair shows everything for everyone to see. So when you become hyper aware, all of you can see that Magadon has just betrayed Azamat, betrayed the seven glories, and has betrayed you.
Time to go beat someone up.
Read.
I don't know if I'm gonna be much help, and like I can throw apples at him.
I look over at you and I go, "You can grow things, right?
Of course.
Then grow things that attack." I go, and then I like do a thing that's like me trying to pretend like I'm doing druidy stuff, like sort of hand movements. I'm like, "The stuff you've seen me do."
That's very true, but I'm not the god of bears.
Like Venus fly traps or something.
Yes, maybe trip them or entangle them in vines or.
Okay, I'll try. And Dragon is going to make a tree that looks like a dinosaur that's going to attack someone.
Okay. So you just will it, and it happens. You see this golden light wash over the ground, and this massive tree ent comes to life. This tree ent that has jaws like a T-Rex and these long probing branches like claws. You're basically looking at a giant arbor T-Rex just make a nature check.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna use Land is Home. The Land is Home. I can create a massive field of earth and life. All right. So. Okay. So that's a 60.
60. You suddenly make an entire horde of treant T-Rexes, Velociraptors, Pterodactyls, Stegosauruses, Triceratops. There's an army of arbor-themed dinosaurs now just trudging through the Seven Glories, and you're seeing these tainted fallen celestials just and they scream at them as this horrific battle begins, and you see the violence and fighting. The treants are extremely powerful as they're ripping fallen wings off deadly celestials. Celestials breathing fire is the only thing that has caused them to melt and whittle down into tinder. But it is a terrific fight, and it is only the first of many. Now, that being said, I want everyone to give me one big roll and tell me, over the next eon of existence, what are you doing for the war for the Seven Glories?
Jeez.
For the next eon. Oh, I'm gonna use my hero point.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my hero point too because that was a 1.
That's a natural 20.
Oh my god.
Oh.
You really
Damn.
don't like Megadon.
No.
No. Oh, you don't know.
He doesn't know. He doesn't
You
know
don't
the
know.
journey.
I mean, like, I know you don't like him, but I don't know why you don't like him. But
Ooh, you're in for a treat.
I mean, but beyond why the universe doesn't like him for all of this, right?
Yeah.
I got a 17 on the die.
Okay. What's that? Are you using a nature check?
Yes, I guess so. So that's 68.
68. Okay, so we got 68. Keep that number in your head. 68.
Okay.
Randy, what's your check and what's your roll?
I'm trying to figure out what it should be. I want to help people by taking on some of that pain, some of the loss that they've had. So one of my god powers is when a warrior weeps, where I take on damage of others. So like over the course of time, just like any, especially from like my friends like Azamat or whoever, and like people fighting and dying and grieving and sort of taking on some of that pain so that they can grieve and heal and move forward from that, because a long war is painful for everyone.
Okay. Then
Sorry
we can make
to be
that
depressing, but that's me.
I want you to make a diplomacy check with a plus 40 on top of all your other bonuses. So Sam, what was your roll?
So just to be sure, it's the dice plus like what our skill bonus is, then plus any god bonus.
Yeah.
Okay, so I rolled a 71 for athletics.
Yes.
And that is because I have the strength never tiring. I cannot stop. I will not be stopped. So any aspect of physical strength gives me a plus 40. Basically, as the god that I am, Koga,
Yeah.
I am going to be going around taking down those corrupted beings in fights. I think just
Ichi turns into another
one-on-one.
barbarian.
Yep.
I love it. Even as a god,
Do
Ichi
what I know
smash.
best. Yep.
Mhm.
Wonderful. Okay, so 76. Sydney, what is Hamasa doing and what is your role?
Well, here's the thing.
Mhm.
I have this spell that makes people fall asleep and they have to make a will save. I
Mhm.
don't know what my will save looks like.
Oh, don't worry. I'll roll for you. I'll roll for that and I'll let you know if it succeeds or not. Because you're a god, so it's gonna be pretty big.
Great.
Well, the die face was a 5.
Oh.
So the question is, how many people do you want to put to sleep?
Well, I want to put Magadon asleep.
Just Magadon?
All the people that are Magadon, Ravon, all the leaders. Since I know all the leaders of the hell, I can put all the leaders of the hell asleep.
Okay. So like a wave of darkness just washes through every nook and cranny of this gigantic multi-stellar habitat. and you just start seeing like the people that you know eventually will be devil lords, but right now they're gods, they're friends, they're cousins, they're brothers. You see them chasing down other people and going, and they just pass right out.
I
As
love that.
if that's where that happens, then that's where I would want to give respite, a little bit of like take away some of that pain from people, like the people, like the good guys.
Yeah.
Fighting. I got a 67
67.
diplomacy. Yeah.
I want to get you in just a second because that's great. Wes, you are doing more earthen stuff? I forgot.
Yes. So what he's going to be doing, or what Dragon inside of Iga is going to be doing, is creating extremely nutritious food for the planet that like helps people keep fighting, and then also create something that imbues magical powers in people that eat it to help them. And then also is creating, armies of more monsters, because that's what he thinks he should be doing in this scenario.
Okay. I love that. What was that nature check?
It was 68.
Yeah, the Celestials are starting to get brand new powers and brand new vigor, and it's like they come. Unfortunately, they come to Autoraya less and less for counseling, because now they're just like, I don't even feel sad. I am ready, and they go into every fight with every fallen Celestial and every what will eventually become the Devil Lords. Now, Kylie, what are you doing as Leifer?
So this is the idea, and I don't know exactly what skill check to roll. I'm using the greatest storyteller, and she is essentially going from battlefield to battlefield, documenting and writing stories of what happened, whether it maybe favors Azamat a little more than Ravon and Magadon, because fuck them.
Okay.
But
okay.
just so we at least have a close to accurate description and stories of what has happened.
Okay. So you are writing down everything as accurately as possible, with maybe some favoritism verbiage, but it's still the actions are still there. You see Koga, as Sam with the 71, just like fighting off like 4 Celestials at once, just like headbutt. Tell me the tale, Sam. Tell me the tale of how Koga becomes a one-man army and fights literally armies at a time.
Okay. You know how pinball works?
Yeah.
Where the ball just goes ding, 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 ding. That is the juggernaut-like behavior of Koga. Just from like one to the next, just wherever is most natural to go, just carving through people. And it's anyone who has the unfortunate perception to view such things sees like the anime like slashes of these weapons where like blood commingled in the air. Whose blood is it even? We don't know. But then those people fall down dead, and it's just wow. It's like one of those Netflix animes where you're like, I was not prepared for how gory this was going to be, but now I'm hooked. So here we go.
I love it. All right.
I wasn't
So
sure if you wanted me to do like a performance or I can do lore.
that's a good chat. Yeah, that's good. Give me performance, because you're writing with some embellishment.
Cool, that's a 73.
Damn. Yeah. No, you start writing things, and you start having that cosmic brain moment where you not only are writing the battle, but you almost feel multiple hands coming from yourself, 8 hands writing on the page all at once. You're writing every side of the battle as it happens, of course, favoring Ozma where it's important. And then you start writing word for word everything that has happened, will happen, and will ever happen until the end of all happenings. In this moment on the battlefield, Leifer, you are writing the Astrogenicon as it exists. You are writing the Grand Almanac of the gods and all things.
Cool, right on. Wow.
Now, eventually one day you will give this to the mortal kind so they can truly know what has happened. and a few of them, their souls will be broken and shattered by the knowledge, for it is too great and grand. But eventually a few will survive, and they will take that knowledge in kind and write it into books. But right now, Leofer is writing the very word of all of creation. Now sidestep to Adaraya with that big diplomacy check. You are spending what feels like a never-ending triage of emotional support. Celestials that have seen a celestial they loved romantically, platonically, familially. Just, I had to kill him. I had to kill them. I had to kill her because they became one of the acolytes of Magadon. You find other gods coming to you. I'm war weary. I'm tired. But the one person who always comes by every day of battle, with one giant sweaty arm wrapped around your neck and crying ceaselessly into your shoulder, is Azamat. I wanted to be his friend. I was so alone. All I had was my partner and him and his brother, and I loved them, and I knew that they were broken, and I knew that they were false, and I loved them. Adaraya, my brother, I am watching our friends, our family, get massacred because they are too fucking proud and stubborn and ambitious to understand. I'm a failure. And the worst part is, my friend and brother, I know this is not my last failure. I will fail when this war is over, and I will fail for 1,000,000 years more. I am your leader, and I'm so incapable.
I don't think that at all. The fact that you have the bravery to come and speak to me when things are rough, that is more than I could ever say for Magadon. All he wants is to take. You care. Your heart is in pain, and I feel it. Yes, you may fail. You may fail again. But the fact that you continue fighting, that is way more than anyone could ask for. You are my brother. Yes. I feel that I have failed you. That I cannot take that pain, that guilt away from you. I'm sorry.
For you, Adaraya. For you, who always loved and supported me. For Tarzan, who always loved me. For everyone here, I will fight on. All right. To glorious purpose. Always terrible it shall be. And he would stand up, and every day he would leave for the next day of war. Wes, can you please play for me Strength Men? A song that I sent you earlier today in the email.
Yes, I certainly can.
Oh, man.
Oh, I realized I needed to do this a while ago. So you all can hear it, hopefully.
Yeah.
Okay. I can hear the live feedback. I don't know if y'all can hear it.
Nope. That's okay.
Okay. Eventually, Azamat calls you all together. He says, Magadon has been moving through realms. The realm of dreams, the realm of the living, all of them. He has found a way to open up a portal to the corrupted lands. He means to sink us all so that he can win. Now, this is how this is going to happen, because I cannot abide him trying to corrupt this paradise, where he needs not step and we need not be. We are to move on. This will be the final day of fighting. From this moment on, it is kill and end. We are to stop the ritual where he opens the plague to the corrupted realms, and if we do not succeed, then we are to slaughter him and close it. Make no mistake, my cousins, my family, my blood, my love. This is the end of the beginning. Today, whatever happens, happens. Now let us march to war. As you culminate your forces, your godly might, your power, Koga, who has never left the battlefield, fighting violently and valiantly against a never-ending horde and host of enemies. You come together and march towards Magadan, Ravan, Sival, Al-Muhammiya, Lithroa, and countless other Celestials fallen to the empty promises of this tyrant Magadan. In front of him now, it seems too late, you see a portal ripped open to a dimension reality that you've only spoke about in closed whispers and hushed tones of fear, the corrupted realms. A world that is so tainted and evil that all who get near it and be in it are corrupted immeasurably. And he will sink this paradise in it if it means he is victorious. The battle is yours, the time is now. Magadan is about to write history. What will you do as a god, a goddess, a deity? How will you stop all things from falling?
PJ, has Tarzamot fallen yet?
Right now, what you see are the lines in the sand being drawn and the two sides running to battle. You remember one more thing from your briefing that Asimov told you. The relationship, the actual brotherhood between Magadan and Ravan has become extremely strained at this point in time. As they are brothers, and Magadan is Magadan, he has been abusing Ravan, calling him horrible names, mocking him, humiliating him, and Ravan has been harboring some secret loathing of Magadan in this process. Asimov says if there is a weak spot in Magadan's last stand, it is absolutely Ravan's emotional state. The question is, what are you going to do?
I'm going to communicate with Ravon. I have a ability that let lions roar. I am able to communicate stuff, right? From yeah, I can communicate any message in any way without needing to know any language specifically. There's no limit to the distance. And that language can take any shape or form. So knowing that their relationship is strained, I guess the first thing I will do is to call out to him and sort of play up why is he accepting that from his brother. His
You're talking
brother,
to Ravan, correct?
Ravan, yes.
Okay.
Why is he allowing himself to be degraded, to be belittled by Magadan? Magadan has no look around at all the suffering, the pain, and this is not the end. If Magadan has his way, how dare, like, if he speaks to you this way now, what will he do when he's in charge?
Give me a diplomacy check with a plus 40.
Damn.
Now the question is, while this is happening, I want to know what everyone else is doing as well. You can be fighting, you can be yelling, capitulating, doing a ritual. What is it that, anything, what are you all doing while this is happening? And Randy, send me that roll in a private message so we can move that along as well.
Okay.
Great question. I have an ability where all my attacks will hit no matter what, because that's cool. I can put more people to sleep. Can I put more people to sleep?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me make a will save.
Whenever Alona puts more people to sleep,
Yeah.
Aiga's gonna go whisper in the sleeping god's ear and just be like, give them all dreams of failure.
Well, it's funny you mention that because I rolled a die phase 2. So yeah, they're all knocked the F out.
Sweet.
And as you go whisper that to Shah's like, which is his way of saying, got it.
Aww. That's adorable.
Sam, do you want Koga to do anything besides smashing or smashing differently?
I think he's gonna keep smashing. He also has the ability to deal damage, whatever damage is he takes, he can deal half of that damage. Oh, I take half damage, and I deal damage back equal to the amount that I took. So basically, it's not gonna die.
Yeah. So as you take the field, your nemesis, your frenemy, the person you've been hunting with in the early ages of existence, and the attack dog that Magadon has constantly been sicking on you the entire war. Ravan steps forward, weary and tired, his leather tunic just being cut into slits from the constant barrage of violence. He opens his hands. Heavy chains fall to the earth from his wrists. He grabs them with a twist, starts spinning them. Adarai's words are in his head, and when you say that, Ravan says to you, "You forget, O Lion of Love, what I was the god of. I am the god of brothers, and I will stand by Magadon, even if he abuses me." And he goes running into the fight against you, Koga. And with a critical hit, he is going to deal 275 damage. Now, here's the thing. While you have the HP that you have, tack 400 more HP onto that. That's your total HP pool.
I actually don't know how much. Oh, like the HP each he has?
Yup.
Oh, okay. Got it. I don't even know how many this is at this point.
It's quite all right. Suffice to say that the 200 and... Shit, what did I say? 50? Is not going to kill you, but it's going to hurt. But it does open you up for a counterattack against Ravan as he takes the chains coming from his wrist and slams them hard into the steel plates that constantly creak and bleed.
Ugh. So, that's probably like the biggest chunk of damage that I've taken so far at once in this battle. So I think that for like a fraction of a second, Koga is just taken aback, and then all of a sudden, I don't know if it's a little Ichi influence, but also Koga's nature, this like rage boils up, and I'm going to cast Cataclysm.
Yes. All right. I had the specs up for Cataclysm. Do you have it? Do you need it?
I do. I have it up.
Okay.
So I call upon the unimaginable power of world-ending cataclysms, ripping a small piece of each cataclysm and combining them together into one horrifically powerful attack. The following effects come down upon creatures in the area. Treat resistances of the creatures as if they were 10 lower for the purpose of this damage. Each creature attempts one reflex save that applies to all types of damage. There is going to be... So you're going to do your reflex save.
Okay. So the dive...
I better get my dice out.
Yep, no, it's fine. So I want to tell you, the dive phase was a 1, and then I rolled it again just to make sure it was a 1 again. Ravan critically fails the wrath of Koga.
Wow, a critic. Damn, that's crazy.
Not 1, but 2 critical fails.
Yeah.
That's what the bitch gets.
I need all my dice for this. All right. So as you see like these, I don't know if they're like portals of cataclysms across time, and just like the force of each cataclysm coming in and just pummeling this area. One of them is an flesh dissolving acid rain, dealing 3d10 damage.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot. It's so much fun. This is a level 10 spell that all of you have access to of the many.
Yes.
If you
What?
check the group Facebook page, all deities that you are, you have 4 level 10 spell slots, and you know all the spells I send to you there.
So here's 3d10.
We
Let
have
me
a
get my
wish spell?
calculator out, 'cause we're gonna...
Yep.
Oh yeah.
You want to cast Wish 4 times, I mean, that's what gods do. So,
So that's
Can I
16
ask for more
points.
wishes?
no. Unfortunately,
I wish for infinite spell slots.
that's not how the spell
For
works.
Dragon.
There's Iga going, I don't know who Dragon is, but I want him to have everything he wants.
It's already working realistically in the campaign. He's like, I got friends and a gunblade, and now this ring that allows me to put magic and stuff. It's great. It's almost as if a god is just throwing things my way. Meanwhile, Dragon as a god.
And give him a wicked cool like rock band and alternate universe, and give him a really sweet blue skin. Yeah.
So to start, that's 16 points of acid rain, acid damage. Next, a roaring earthquake shakes and bludgeons the creature, and that's going to be... I'm adding this all up, so don't worry. With my calculator. That's going to be... Well, now it's 32 damage total, but there was whatever, subtract those two. And,
Gotcha.
And you get what that was. A blast of freezing wind is up next. And that is gonna be... Oh, I rolled 2 10s on that one. Whew. Now we're up to 53 points. Lightning. I rolled another 2 10s on that.
Good God.
Max damage.
And next there are beating winds churning across the sky. Does anyone want to... Should I tell you, or should we be guessing for the total? Everyone make your guesses.
I'm trying to do the math right now. It's gonna be a guess at the very end of it.
And then there is a tsunami. Yeah, a wild tsunami. I should be calling out the numbers. I haven't been calling them out for each of them. I've just been adding them on my calculator. This is a 4, a 2, and a 7. I'm up to 109 right now.
Jeez.
And then a wildfire inferno. That's another 2 10s on that total plus 1. So that is 130 points of damage.
130 points of damage as you create a confined cataclysm on Ravon for your revenge. You absolutely pummel and destroy him. He stumbles back and falls to one knee, his chains just laying limp from his wrists as he is just beaten. Now, Randy sent me a special little secret thing. Randy, I want you to say this or some version of this. This is the last chance you get to reach into Ravon's mind. He's already beaten, and you can feel his love is dying. His love is waning for his brother.
So I would have heard him sort of say what he said, that, you know, he's the god of brotherhood. And what I would say to that is, if he truly loves his brother, as he knows I know he does, right? Then he must stop his brother. Why? Because his brother is threatening to end not just himself and lose himself in all of this, but to destroy all that he has known, all of the brotherhood of all of the gods. all at once. He can love him and disagree with him. And to prove that I love him as a brother myself, I take half of that damage from that attack. I begin screaming inside of his mind as I do.
I need you to make a diplomacy check. Roll twice and keep the higher of the two.
That is 76. So one above where I was before.
Wes, could you one more time play the Strength Man song?
Yes, I can.
Thank you, buddy. So, as you say this, you feel the rising of something dark and strong, but something who looks to you across the battlefield and sees you writhing in pain for a change. And you feel a nod of understanding, a nod of revelation. Ravan is realizing at the 11th hour that he was wrong to chain himself to a brother who would see him fail. That he would chain himself because the bonds of a brotherhood perceived is just a deadly anchor and weight. And on the battlefield, he stands up again, looks at Magadon. He says to him, "No, brother, you are wrong. You are wrong. This war was pointless. It never should have been." Magadon, cackling with mad power, says, "What are you talking about? We're winning. Now shut up and win the war for us." No. Ravan charges at Magadon, slams his arms and shoulders into him, picks him up by the knees, and carries his brother to the portal to the corrupted lands, and lifts and jumps, dragging his brother into what will become the 9 Hells. But don't celebrate victory just yet. For as they fall and plummet, you see the bonds, you see the contracts, you see the very tethers that put everyone on this war on Magadon's side, tugging at them, literally pulling them. They're trying to fight, their claws digging into the stone and dragging huge, hewn scars into this paradise, fighting the responsibilities of their contract with this tyrant. And soon they all fly off the ground, spinning and twisting in midair. They hit this portal and they begin to fall into the corrupted lands. Saval, Liftroa, Al-Muhamia, all of them fall into the corrupted lands. And then another body, screaming in confusion. You see Tarzamat. Around her neck is a massive eyeball with a chain. The Covenant, they called it. Magadon's eye that he covered his own gaping, scarring hole with an eye patch. Tarzamat is screaming, "Don't let me go!" Azmat starts ripping at his tunic, tearing it off and chasing after his love and his partner. She's reaching out to him as she starts to fall. He reaches out to her. But it's too late. He is screaming as he is watching his loved one fall because the covenant to a liar and tyrant is pulling her into hell. You immediately see him just rip everything off, his skin fully becoming platinum scales as he becomes the first ever dragon, the platinum dragon itself. Upon this form, he plunges himself into the portal, moving himself into the 9 Hells themselves, screaming, "I can't lose you two. I can't fail you." And he dives in. And as the portal stands open, you see them all fall. At this point in time, hell as you know it is only one level. but the two brothers falling and fighting and punching and striking each other. Magadon, I almost had everything. I almost had perfection. I almost had heaven. And there's Ravan, but you failed your own brother. As they slam and crash into every floor of hell, creating all 9 floors. What was once 9, what was once 1, is now irrevocably split, shattered, caved into 9 itself. Tarzamot herself screaming for her lover, as Azamat crying for his. This is a moment where you get to intervene on the failure of Tarzamot, the failure of Azamat at the fall of Tarzamot. But this is where we need to take a 5-minute break. Unless you want to
No,
not have a break,
No.
we should have a 5-minute break.
I have to
Gotta
pee,
pee.
please.
I need
Pete.
some water
All right.
and maybe some alcohol after this.
The gods can wait.
All right. We're going to take a 5-minute break. When we come back, we're going to see what the gods get to do from here. I love you all. Thank you so much for episode 100. Hope you like it so far. We'll see you soon. Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for giving us that 5-minute break. We went a little bit over our normal halftime period, so it was very much deserved. Thank you so much. Now, as I told my players, I needed you all to roll a 1d6, and you all thought that only meant what god that you were going to play in the beginning of all things. It also means what secrets of the Astrogenicon, time and space, and all of existence you are going to bear witness to. So the question is, because it doesn't matter what secrets you unlock, the question is, do you actually want the secrets that you've earned? You're at a very interesting precipice. The portal to the 9 hells, what has just been invented as the 9 hells due to the falling of Magadon, Ravan, and their colleagues. And the bearer of the covenant, Tarzamot herself, unfortunate as it was. You have an option right now to do what the gods never did and jump into this portal after Azamat and begin the heist to try and save Azamat or Tarzamot or both from the 9 hells. Or you can skip that secret and see what other secrets are open to you as other timelines of the beginning, because we're just scratching the surface of the beginning of all things and the secrets held within.
Do you mean like all things like past, present, future? Like,
I mean, all things.
Here's
And here's the thing, there's so much more we can go, but so much time we have left. So the question is up to you. Do you want to dive into this heist, into the 9 hells? Or do you want to see what the other secrets are for you?
I'm voting to Ocean 11 this bitch,
Sure.
but
As in go in? Is that what it? Okay.
I mean, I was gonna grow a bunch of trees and send down some really cool vines to help out instead of jumping in the portal, but that's another option too, I suppose.
True. I mean, I don't know. It's up to you all. This is only one of 6 total secrets, of which you unlocked 5. So I guess the question is, what are you
we'll
going to
miss
do?
one. That's right. There's only 5 of us, so we automatically miss one.
did morale roll?
No.
No.
He did not.
Good
Yeah.
try though. Good try.
I mean, like,
Worth a try.
unless you all want to go past 11, which I don't think we should. Maybe, but no.
No.
Right now,
So this is what I will say. How much of this? I mean, obviously, Alona knows this story already and how it ends up. How do the rest of us know if like what happens here, or like?
also give me a religion check. Everyone can give me a religion check. The total
'Cause
DC is
if it's not gonna work out at the end, and we already know that, I want other secrets.
that's extremely fair. So here's what I'm gonna say. Everyone roll a religion check. The DC to beat in total is gonna be 100. And that's assuming that Alone is gonna get a 20 to a 30 and kind of cut that in thirds.
Well, I did just get a nat 20, so
Well, I will.
I kid you not. I kid you not.
Dragon
I got
got
a
a
29.
25.
Oh,
Okay.
And a 29.
And Sam, what'd you get? I saw excited Sam.
Oh no, I was excited for Alona. I rolled
Oh.
a 5 on the die face,
oh.
which doesn't really mean anything for me at least. So yeah,
Yeah.
nah, y'all do the religion thing. Go for it.
All right, so 25 from Dragon.
What's your total though with that 5?
For without any god religion bonuses, that's a 7.
So a 12. Okay.
Oh no, 7.
Total? Oh shit.
7.
So Randy, what was your religion
29.
total? 29. Okay. And Carly, what was yours?
I just used a hero point because I was afraid. So that makes it a 26.
26. Okay. And what was your total, Sydney? So I know you got a critical 20, but what was the total?
Oh, you actually want me to? Oh. Why do I need to do math? It should be so. What am I doing? It's 39.
39. Okay. Okay. Yeah. You smoked the DC by 36 points. Okay. So
It was all loaded.
you know, just from the general dissemination of knowledge from the Astrogenicon, what was taken from Leia Fur's massive knowledge of stories in the world and how things are going to be and what they were and what they are and how it's been disseminated for the past 40,000 years, that the attempt for Azimat to save his love, his partner, is kind of one of the greatest failures he's ever experienced. He gets to the 8th floor of hell where Tarzamat resides as Queen of Power, ruler of all 9 floors of hell, because the brothers are too busy being petty and petulant. And the journey to that 8th floor is terrible. He fights literally the billions upon billions of devils and demons and all of the other devil gods that now reside here. And in the process, he is horribly marred with a terrible illness and wound that will take his life on the day of Vilmagus. He will die because of this. And in the book, it is stated what Osmont stated when he returned from the 9 hells, which was, she told me to go home, that it was too late for her. She rebuked me, and I left her there. If you go in the 9 hells, it's hard to say if you can still change the emotionality between 2 partners, one that has failed the other. Even the god of love, maybe, who knows? But you know that this is going to be the thing that kills Osmot in a 40,000-year timeline.
This sucks for me.
It does state that when he comes back, he mourns with Adaraya for easily an aeon. Like, he is just constantly crying about the love of his life gone and the death he's about to experience.
Lothier as Adaraya is like, yo, I think let's check out other things. Before he does that, though, he is going to send a message to Tazamat. And he wants to tell her that he knows what she will say, that it must be said, even if it is painful. But he asks her to also express how much she loves him and will forever love him. Because that part of the story is not ever told. And I think that will help him.
Does anyone else want to have a moment in this scene with Azimat, Tarzmat, and the 9 hells? It could just be walking to Ravan and telling him he's a bitch to his face. Whatever it is, I want to leave that option open.
Can I kill Tarzamat?
I'll tell Ravon he's a bitch.
Him slap across the face.
But I'll do it like, just like walking by casually.
I'd like
Just walking by, bitch. And then leave.
I would want to do one of those smacks like the old school movies where they just like it's like a vertical slap.
I would like to grow and throw rotten fruit at Tarzan or at
Magadon and Ravan, the 2 brothers.
Yeah, Magadon and Ravan. Just
All
like through the portal, just like ha, take that.
So I'll make these 2 quick scenes, and then we'll move on to the next secret, the next bit in the beginning of all things. So you say it's to Tarzmat, and you can hear already the corruption of the corrupted realm, the 9 hells as it now exists, is taking its toll on her. She is, of course, the goddess of power, of dragons, of magic, of might, but corruption is what this place does. And she is only becoming stronger only because she is becoming corrupted. And while she swears at you and besmirches you and insults you and just writes you off, you do hear one last thing where she says, "He was a stupid man always doing his best. He was always worried that was never going to be enough, and it never was. I took the covenant with Magadon from him because I knew that it would be stupid for him to carry it. And now I am paying for my penance. I am paying for my choices. But I love him. I love him with all my might for thousands of years, eons, nevermore. So I right, I will tell him one last time. And that is all you will get from me." And when Ozma comes back with this massive gaping hole in his chest that just is pulsing like a heartbeat, dripping the corruption of the 9 realms, or the 9 hells, he's holding his wound. He breaks a rag from what was left of his robe and ties it around the wound, and he says, "Tarzmat's gone. But before I left, she kissed me on the cheek, told me that one day we'll meet again. It won't be pretty, but she will be when I see her again." And Asmat limps to what will eventually become his throne. And that's a different story. We'll get to that in a bit. But now I want this absolute, delicious shit talking that's going to happen to Ravon as a portal opens up and you find yourself in the 9th floor of the 9 hells, basically the basement. You're in the crappy basement, not the good basement you show people, the basement you put all the things you don't want anyone to see. And it opens up with 2 brothers stripped of all their clothes, of all their dignity, of all their godly regality. You see their features become exaggerated and terrifying because of the corruption of hells. And you open up with Magadon on top of Ravon, punching his face ceaselessly until blood splatters across the eye patch on his eye. And he keeps saying, "I could have had it all, and all you needed to do was everything I told you to." And Ravon puts a thumb in his good eye, turns him over, and he starts punching his brother in the face until you can hear the breaking of bone, the squelch of blood and split skin as he goes, "I was once someone that I loved. I was the god of brothers. I was the god. I could have been someone more. I believed in you, and you took that from me. Now I'm an oppressor. I'm a will breaker. I am these chains and nothing more, and that's your fucking fault." And about this time, you walk in.
So originally I was popping in. Well, the idea was to not be there, but kind of stick my head in the portal and then leave. Is
That's fine. That works
doable?
too.
All
Yeah.
right. And then I see what's going down and what's being said, and for half a second I feel kind of bad for Ravon. So I'm rethinking what I'm gonna say, and instead I pop my head out of the portal and say, "You both need therapy." And
Remember,
that's it.
even the gods need therapy. Go to therapy.
And then there's me right behind her throwing the rotted fruit.
Oh no. All right.
Can I do one thing?
Yes.
I want to start writing a story about Magadon.
Mhm.
Stop after the first 2 sentences, rip it out of my book and throw it in the portal and just watch it drift down to the 9th level.
Out of curiosity,
Yes.
what is the story going to say?
It's gonna start something like a once noble or a once righteous god in correspondence to the rest of us, so helpful, hyping it up, has finally fallen, and the throne he wished he once had is And that's when she drops it.
Give me a performance check plus 40 because you're the goddess of this. Let me get it.
Yeet. That's math, though. Motherfucker. 16 plus 8 plus 40. That's a 74.
74. Okay. Yeah. You throw the paper out and you see Magadon and Ravan in the bloodiest fist fighting brawl that's going to be their life for the next 40,000 years. It will be wrestling, boxing. It will be bones being broken, names being besmirched for the next 40,000 years. And the irony is there's a giant gaping hole above them. The hole they created to cause this crater in the ninth circle of hell. They could leave at any time. And you constantly see them even contemplating it. And the minute anyone brings it up, they begin to attack one another violently. And then suddenly this little piece of paper comes in. Magadon's got a broken nose, split forehead, split, lip, and he's, got a broken finger, and he grabs it. His bones set, his lips heal, his eyes, except the one he gave, is all better, and he reads it. And then it's thrown what? And he's thrown what? And then he crumbles, and then it's thrown what? And he starts going fucking insane.
I'm going to skip away.
You have just driven the ego and ambition of Magadon insane with this temptation, this empty temptation. So that being said, that secret is taking its course. Coming back to the Seven Glories, Azamat stays true to his word that he will not be a ruler of it. Instead, he creates a secondary world for everyone, all of you, to exist within it, but not above it, not over it. You are not leaders. Seven Glories is your neighborhood, not your kingdom. But your kingdom, if such a horrible term should be used, is adjacent to it, neighbors to it, allies to it. And you start building this world to coexist with it. And so the Celestials have their freedom that everyone believes is rightfully theirs, because it always was. The fallen Celestials now, through the pact of Magadon, live in the Nine Hells. But it's never that simple. Peace very rarely comes to a freshly hewn kingdom. And with that, we activate another secret. You are all called in to Iodex's chamber, the judgment court of all, as Iodex is the god of judges and rules. In the center of the court is a very unusual being, one you've never seen. Green skin, 4 arms, 2 faces. Iodex tells you all, this entity calls himself Gorm. He calls himself the father of scars. He's been fighting Koga for time unknown. He says he is here about a great madness. And we are to pass judgment on him.
Nope. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Alona walks up and goes, "Hello, Iodex. I don't speak my mind very often in these matters. However, I feel as if it would be important to hear this being out on the great madness. For as you know, and as Leifer has borne witness to in her stories, there were things that came before that we have no conception of, and that we should know in case of further troubles."
He has grown cold and angry since he and Kioma have had to go separate ways after the war. And he turns to Gorm. Gorm, please plead your case before this tribunal. Gorm, with 2 arms in front and 2 arms in back, holding on to a massive brass ring. A face in front and a face in the back of his head. large tusks in both mouths. I have been living in this realm longer than any of you have been. There are things that live deep under the waters, deep in the shadows, deep in the fire, and deep in the flesh that you can't possibly understand. From what I can tell, it was here before even I stepped foot on this planet. This madness, this is its home. You are just trespassers. And one day, this madness that I in my own strength could not kill will come and kill all of you. And if not, it will take the minds and souls of everyone you love. There is a creature with 2 mouths. He does not speak, he only screams. There is one with no eyes, just pulsing flesh sockets. He will make you scream in fear and terror. There is one who is... He is the whole moon, and he pisses me off the most. They will take your people. They've been here before anyone else. This is their home. And if we're not careful, they'll kill us. I gave birth to a beautiful race of warriors, poets, artists, merchants. They can withstand that madness only because I beg them to be mad. If you don't let me either go back there and do what I must do, this world will fall. If you do not, then kill me now, for I would rather be silent to them than watch them fall to madness. Iodex turns to Hamasa, aka Lona, and goes, well, that seems very cut and dry. Either he wants to live or he wants to die. The question is yours. What do we do?
That's a lot.
It's a lot. We're gods. We deal with a lot.
I was not in character, PJ.
I'm sorry. I thought it was in character.
Iodex. It would be wise to listen to those here that came before us. There are things in this world that we do not yet understand. And there are things that we are unable to handle, as we have seen in the not so distant past. We need allies. We need people who understand these foes more than we need to destroy them. I understand this being has had a difficult relationship with Koga, but are they not foils? And who are we to decide who exists and who is not meant to exist?
Give me a diplomacy check.
Rants. That nat 20 would have been really helpful then. It's okay, I have a pretty alright modifier. Woo! Modify. Allow me to be diplomatic now. It's a 26. How does that do?
Okay. Iodex starts to think. He turns to Koga. Koga, you have been his victim and assailant for quite enough. How do you feel? Do you feel safe if we were to let him loose, that he would only fight you inevitably? How do you feel, Sam?
Oh, I'm there too?
Yeah, you're Koga, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just Alona going in.
I mean, unless you don't want to be a part of this, that's fine too.
Oh, I just didn't know that we were brought together. How do I feel? Can you restate the question?
Of course. How do you feel knowing that if we let Gorm go, he may be an ally, but as his record shows, he will continue to attack us en masse, ad infinitum.
I mean, he was talking about the moon being evil, is he fighting the moon right now? Because none of us are fighting the moon, and I feel like if someone's doing it, that's probably a role that we have to have a plan to backfill if we kill him.
So I'm hearing that. Okay, so you are also understood. Roll a diplomacy check for me.
I gotta use my D20 with the eyeball in it for this
Spooky.
specifically. Let's see. Diplomacy. 16 plus 14, that's 30, right?
Yeah, 16 plus 14 is 30. Yeah, absolutely. Idex kind of leans back. If Osmond was here, he'd probably agree with you, but he's not. So I'm going to say you make tactical, sound advice.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to fight the moon. It's up there.
Perfect casting. Okay. Iodex kind of like slams a gavel down and he goes, any other gods or deities or witnesses here in this tribunal that has any other inputs to put on Gorm, the father of scars, as he's calling himself, and his argument. What say you on judgment?
Sounds good to me.
Well, with a hearty laugh, we have agreement from Araraya on the letting him live. Anyone else?
I think Leifer would like look up from writing all of this and then start to stand up from where she was sitting in the back. Though I feel like her quill probably never stops writing as she begins to speak. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, come through. Pardon me. It's so good to see you. Oh my gosh, it's been so long. I think, and she's going to kind of circle Gorm, just kind of analyzing. I think Chulk has a point. I think that if someone is fighting an unknown threat, what's to happen if we all of a sudden get rid of him? We then have yet another problem on our hands, like many. But I feel like maybe it's a valuable ally. Surely he knows some things that clearly we don't, because we're not fighting the moon. Yeah. So, you know, little just I think a valuable ally, yeah.
All right. So if it looks like valuable ally is the way. Iga, what is your wisdom as Lady of the Fields and Family? This one claims to have burnt your fields and promises to continue to slay your family if we would let them go. What's your thoughts?
My thoughts are that life is precious as always. And with fire brings life as well. After all, the forest must burn in order to regrow stronger than before.
Idex leans back and looks at Nadir in her beautiful green dress with her stag horns. I believe Nadir would agree with you on that, although maybe a bit like pulling teeth. I think she would agree with you on that. All right. We have taken in the votes. All those opposed have already said their nays. All those who agree have said their ayes, as this is meant to be just and fair. He will not be killed today. Go on, Father of Scars. We, the Astrogenicon and the Pantheon therein, find you safe. Gorm seems to panic. Goes, no, you don't understand. You need to kill me or lock me up. If you let me go, I will scar your earth like I scar my flesh. Please, you will not kill me, but I beg you, put me away.
What? Wait, what? Come on.
Put me away until a time comes where I must fight the moon. My children are already strong. They're already there. But let me. I want to beat the shit out of the moon.
He makes
Give
a
it
good
to me.
point. Honestly, he makes a good point. I think we should oblige his request.
Should we not just throw him to the moon then?
Does
That
the
would
moon
solve
need
problem.
fighting immediately?
No, not right now. But a day will come. A terrible day will come. And when that day comes, you need to let me fight the moon.
And why do you hate the moon so much?
I can't speak his name.
Haunted.
The moon is pure evil.
Moon is haunted.
Yes, it is super double haunted.
You just hear Alona peeking through Hamasa going, "Sure, moon boy! Have fun!" Just fucking Hamasa.
So Iodex is gonna go. I mean, he wants to go to. He wants, I guess, imprisonment. He wants imprisonment. I don't know what we can do for that.
I vote that we imprison him on the moon.
No!
Everyone agree with imprisonment on the moon?
Oh, how is he gonna fight the moon if he's
Well,
imprisoned
if the
on
moon is attacking at that time, well then he's already there.
Oh,
Yeah.
that makes such a fun story.
My point exactly.
Listen, I know about fighting. I know not a lot about the moon. But I know that if you fight something, if you were imprisoned on that thing, you can't fight that thing. That's why I am a juggernaut. I have to always keep moving. So we
what
can
if we
imprison
just
him here.
keep him here?
Yeah, we should keep him here.
And Koga, he can be your sparring partner.
Yes, I will build him a prison. I mean, I made these weapons. Look at them. They're incredible.
I mean, not as fun of a story, but I guess.
I mean, you can come over anytime and ask
Well,
me
there will be an act 2. I'm sure you'll love it.
Yeah. See,
All right. So at that point, the gavel is slammed. Gorm is to be imprisoned in the astral heavens and to be Koga's sparring partner, if and when that time ever comes. Who knows? But at that point in time, Gorm seems happy. And his mouth, both mouths, one on each head, seems to almost seal as he closes his lips. And he becomes the silent father, the scar father of the orcs, never answering prayers. And he's happy for some reason. Perhaps a plan only known to him. But he's happy with this as you put him away. Slam, slam, slam goes the gavel. And the next
Moon
person up on the... What was that?
I said hashtag moon arc.
Moon arc.
My girlfriend turned into the moon.
Sucks, bro. So the gavel goes slam, and the next person in the docket shows up. Magadon appears.
What?
Chains.
I mean, he can
And
say
Iodek
that.
says, as representative of all the 9 hells, we have caught you escaping many, many times. This is not a channel or a conversation about whether or not you deserve redemption. That is far past. This is now a conversation what to do with you. Azamat's decree has said that you are to have no avatars, no representatives. That anyone trying to embody your power or whose bodies you empower will be hereby found illegal. People can worship you all they want, but they cannot get power from you. While some are encouraged to take avatars, representatives of their place and power in this world, you will not be allowed that. I will not be allowing Magadon to speak, for I know that his tongue gets him into trouble, and he is a foolish man with one eye. But that being said, does anyone else here have any other thoughts about this idiot with 2 horns and 1 eye? No, we're good. We're moving on. Okay, great. Then it's confirmed. This guy's a dick, and he's not getting a representation. And Magadon's like, you see this giant metal plate around his lips, and he goes back to the 9 hells.
You got in therapy?
And he's just looking at you.
See? We told you.
So, that was another secret. The trial of Gorm and Magadon.
You know what's funny? I just imagine if we tried to send him someone send him a therapist, they would have the worst time in hell.
We should send him to the moon.
Oh, we should have sent him
No.
to the moon.
No.
No, because then
No.
he becomes the evil that was on the moon. Wait,
It's a self-fulfilling
that
prophecy.
Listen, we all gotta take chances here.
Let's see. Next up. Let's hit that beat. Wes, can you play for me? Here Comes the Bride.
Oh.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
I don't like that.
Why would you do this? This isn't. That's for
being played.
October. Why are you
Mhm.
doing this?
No. No.
Suddenly, in front of all you, a full moon appears. The craterous, wide, beaming white. And the head of the moon spins painfully as two large eyes appears and a large smile going from ear to ear on the moon appears.
Hi there. Hello. I'm the King of Nightmares. I am the one who fights the king who cries, Shah, in the very realm of dreams. I go by a very simple name. Kamba. And my family knows you. They see you stepping on our planet. And all of them will meet you very soon. Very soon, my family will greet you. It's a pleasure to see you. Be very careful where you tread. Where you tread on nightmares.
And as his mouth opens and possibly wide, a long purple tongue unfurls like an arm and hand, and in his tongue is a simple rusty dagger, and he says,
I will see you on the magic hour. And on your final days, my father says, hello.
and the moon's head turns, and the moon vanishes from your realm.
You know, I can see why he hates the moon.
Weird.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought he was just crazy, but now I get it.
I
Huh.
forgot which character I was for a second. Lothier goes. He's trying to keep up the laughter. It's not working. He's like, yeah, no, I'm absolutely terrified.
But he does make a very interesting point. He does mention Shah specifically,
Mm.
and refers to him as the king who cries.
Mhm.
Now, that's another secret if you wish to invest in it. Because
Yeah.
Shah, his body is here, but his mind is in the plane of dreams.
That's Tobias.
And Kamba says he is the king of nightmares.
Damn it, Tobias.
Damn it, Tobias.
Can I ask Tobias with my communication thing?
Yes,
as
the
god
lion's
of
roar?
dreams?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. But instead of mere words, because it says I get to choose the form of communication, I appear in his dream.
Ooh.
So you appear as like a dream self.
Like
sort
a
of
dream
thing.
self, yeah. Like astral projection, if you will. Just floating around.
You enter the world of dreams, and it is like nothing you have ever experienced. It is a paradise of creativity, creation and destruction happening simultaneously. It is beautiful colors and lights. Anything you can think of constantly happening, coming true, coming to form and then vanishing. It's beautiful. It's paradise. It's chaotic. And yet you feel like the only reason why it's chaotic is because you get to control everything here. You see Tobias looking like he hasn't slept in a week straight. Dark rings under his eyes. You see his cheeks are moist from tears, his eyes pink and bloodshot. He grabs you by the collar. Shut the fuck up and get me out of here. This place is a goddamn haste. It's hell. This place is hell. This place is a nightmare. Everywhere I turn, it's not okay. This place is awful. I'm with this fat dumb fuck who's just sleeping all the time. He's doing nothing but crying. And there's a moon who comes into a spider and he chases me. I have not slept since I've gotten here. What the hell is going on? Every day I die and I'm reborn in pain. I see my father dying on the waters. I see the dragons haunt my nightmares. I see the undead slayed and I become them. This is not good. Get me out of here. This God's fucking nightmare. Get me out of here.
I'll see what I can do.
Please.
Can you give us? Yeah. I'll ask for any information on the. I don't know the god's name, the nightmare god.
I don't want to say his name. Yeah, I just call him the bug-eyed shithead, and he's everywhere.
All right,
He's
codename
everywhere.
bug-eyed shithead. Got it.
I one time tried to drink whiskey. I imagined a whiskey that would be so good. And then as I sipped it, his hands grew out of the water and started choking me. I can't even eat food. He becomes maggot filled, and then he laughs at me. I don't even know anymore.
That is very scary. All right, I will tell the others. I go back to the normal realm. I have to try to help, but I can't. I don't know how dreams work. I'm not the dream god. I turn to everyone and I go, Tobias isn't having a good time.
Sorry.
There's like the nightmare person thing, god. We're not supposed to say their name. Codename Bug-Eyed Shithead is terrorizing his dreams. And as the god of dreams, that's all the time. There's no respite. He asked us to wake him.
So,
Time for us to go now. We've been here for too long.
is it possible we're fucking up Tobias even more than he is already?
Oh, absolutely.
This
It's
is-
not a question.
Are you sure
I-
that's really possible?
Oh, absolutely. You should have seen this man. He was shaking in his boots.
Not good.
Oh no.
And he was still wearing boots, which is how
I
you
was
know he's
gonna
not having a
say
good
yes.
time.
At least he's still wearing boots.
And he's not gonna go to therapy.
Yeah.
It's
No.
just, we've
I
got
think
a
we've
problem.
already tried that like 7 times already.
What's
So.
therapy?
Oh, you poor sweet thing.
All right. Can I do a wish?
Yeah, absolutely.
Woo!
You all those 10 spells. Let's use them.
I don't know. Well, no, because wish in Pathfinder is like a spell from a different level, or how does? I'm trying to understand because there's like 4 things under wish.
Yeah.
If you have it, if you want me to send the link, I have it up.
I'm looking at it, but
Oh, cool.
It's like produce any effect whose power level is in line with the above effect. All I want to do is help Tobias like not go insane.
Okay.
That's the wish I have. Like
More
somehow
insane.
to give him some strength, a place of respite, something like that. Like there's got to be a spell like that. It like essentially what my blossoms did to like poison, like to stop someone from taking ongoing poison damage. Something like that with like
Okay.
terrifying.
Yeah, no problem. You pop into the realm of dreams once more, and you see Jia like in the fetal position, like shaking and crying as Kamba has turned his body into a massive black spider, but the head is of the full moon with a long purple tongue, just dancing and tickling Shah's ear. Tobias is trying in vain to fight off Kamba. It is a fight that he has had a million times at this point that he knows is never going to go well. When you wish for him to feel calm and peace, you see Tobias like in mid-strike, stop, drop the sword arm, sheath his sword, shoulders his shield, drops to his knees. Osmond, I know things are complicated between us. And I know Minerva's doing her best with me. I just want to thank you. I don't know what my job is in all this. I don't know if I'm meant to live or die. But at least for one brief second, Lothia came to save me. Oh, hey, how's it going, you bug-eyed shithead? I'm in the middle of doing something. If you could piss off, that'd be grand. I'm not going to ask politely the second time. Toodles. Anyway, where was I? And with that, you see the spider just kind of like look at Tobias and start climbing away and just moving infinitely across the horizon. And for a brief moment, yeah, you feel like Tobias' sanity is starting to kind of come back into the fold as peace is upon him and Xia both in the realm of dreams.
Cool.
Now, unless anyone else wants to do anything revolving Xia or Kamba or Tobias, there is another couple of secrets we can get into.
I'm gonna do one more.
Yeah, it's getting pretty late.
Otherwise, Alona will die inside of this body. This body's too quiet and awkward.
Body's quiet and awkward. I love that. Okay. So there's a lot that we can do here, and here's what I'm going to do. As you are in your chambers, half the god of the sea comes back to your world, dripping wet and furious. He is covered in the scars of war, and you can see one horrible wound that's just growing a tentacle out of it. And he says, "Hey, there's something down there. Something old. Something strong. I couldn't kill it. I had to run away. And you won't be able to kill it either. But there's something we gotta do. Because it's coming for us next."
Oh, we gotta seal it away, don't we?
Well, we should, because I can't kill it. Can you kill it?
Oh, that wasn't a character.
Yeah.
Well, probably not. I'm the god of peaceful death and respite, so no, I can't do much. Thank you for reminding me, Half.
I'm the god of violent death, I think. Well, not really. Just I can fight it. Can I? Why can't I fight it?
You can try. Look, this is all hands on deck situation. We need to get down there now. We need to get below board and put this out of our misery.
Okay, let's do it.
I make trees.
Bring
My
your trees.
wife makes trees. You make fields, all right? Don't get me started.
Respect the farmland.
Oh yeah, I know you're right. I'm sorry. You make trees that people eat. All right, let's go.
With Lothair still in here, you're gonna kill him.
All right. So you descend to the planet below, the one filled with the humans that you have blessed, the food that you have given them in abundance, the love that you have helped them to experience, the stories that you have seen them revel in, the unfortunate conflicts, sports, wars that have been ever present, and the inevitable death of these tiny people that love you all so much. And deep in the water, Half leaves you. Can you play Here Comes the Bride one more time, Wes?
Oh, god damn it.
No.
It's another one. You saw that coming. Ben in the chat. He's like, he saw that coming.
Deep underground, deep in the oceans, you see eyes open, awoken, tentacles moving in infinite directions, and a mouth that smiles. Oh, good. I was wondering when you would come to me. As all things must drown, so you shall be. Deep into the abyss I will feed and feed. And I will block your divinity like a stubborn weed. You don't know me yet. My name's Rialok, Armageddon's friend. Tentacles shoot out to you in all directions. Your god powers seem to slam and strike against the creature with all your might. As you try to kill it, you can't stop it. Everything, a tentacle is struck down, a new one grows. You possess it with love, and hatred soon corrupts it. You give it a tree, and it swallows it like a pill. Azamat is there, as is countless number of his children he calls Wormkin. One old man with a wispy beard says, "Listen to me. Listen. Arby's, listen to me. Listen, Arby's. This is our time. We must strike now." You see a Wormkin of copper skin. My brother is right. We must kill this creature. This is your chance. This is Rialok, the living Armageddon, the father of the gods of madness. And though you've tried all your god powers, you cannot kill him. The question is, what will you do?
Hear me out.
Okay.
Can we lock him down here? Like, I want to find the deepest abyss and just, like, shut him in.
Osmot loves that idea. And he says, but we need to, we need to make it, we need a good lock on it, right?
Right.
Right. So what should we use to lock him away?
I can create some very strong seaweeds to tie him down.
Ooh.
Yes.
What if we alter reality and make those seaweeds into metal?
Ooh.
That's
Absolutely
fair.
could.
Oh. Out of character. Just 'cause it's complicated. So Alter Reality says you can use a 9th level arcane spell. There's Astral Labyrinth. Connect the entire area with an invisible maze of astral energy that interferes with dimensional and mental magic.
That one.
All right.
We build a maze, a great maze for this creature to be lost in, fighting only himself for eons.
Ooh, yeah. Okay, so if you use your alter reality for that, I'll do my alter reality for a version of him that he just faces forever.
Yes, and Aiga, you can decorate it, interior decorating.
That sounds lovely.
I can
Dragon's
time stop
dying.
so we can, like, get him in.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah. Cool.
Alona? Or Amatsu?
Any ideas?
Just tell me what to do and I'll do it. This is a bit out of my wheelhouse.
What's a wheelhouse?
You know
know
what
you're
a
doing
wheelhouse is. You created them. It's literally a part of your thing. What? No.
Okay. So, as you put your name into power, your godly name into power, and you put the seals that make the labyrinth, the struggle, the fight, everything, you eventually get this giant stone and you just press it over the labyrinth. All of the Wormkin are there fighting everything so that you can do this moment. You cast all your spells, you seal them away. And the last thing you hear is a mocking, sick laugh. But Rialog is gone. The father of all Armageddon and madness is put away. And there's victory in that, right? There always is. The big bad's gone.
That would be the case with anything but this game.
We did a great job, everyone.
You did.
It's
Now-
not as if this exact moment in time was alluded to in a prophecy or something. That would be wild.
Hey, but now you're a part of prophecy. So, Here we go. As it's all done, Osmond is exhausted from this. He too tried to put a lock on this. All the gods did, but it was your guidance that put the labyrinth, the conflict where he's fighting himself, the everything into the minutia of sealing this creature away. Because you couldn't kill it, your powers couldn't stop it. This was the best solution. You're summoned to the private chambers of Osmond, all of you. And he produces a series of eggs in front of you. I think it's no secret that I'm dying. And according to the understanding that we all have, I'm going to die at the end of all things. I can fight that all I want, but I will die. I will fail one more time. The last time. Before Tazma left me, we had children. I love them dearly. These children are in these eggs, and they will become their own pantheon. They will become the first that is not us, that is nothing else. They will become the first that is their own ideas. That bless people, that bless them back. All of them have hatched but one. A youngest little boy.
Oh, God.
The others are in the world, and one day they will be complicated. They will have their own, but this little boy will require some protection. Remitamat. Little baby Remy. He is peace. While my firstborn is strength of will, while my many others are wisdom, change, and my most complicated one is the poison, the lies, the corruption. My littlest piece will require the most time. If this baby can be born, there is no end of days, there is no devils, there is no demons, there is no war. But he is extremely vulnerable. Because how often do you know our beautiful mortal children relish in peace? We must protect him. What is that? I must go. My child Kurmat is already becoming problematic. I fear I will fail as a father and as a god and a leader once again. And Azamat leaves. Now, we are about to say goodbye and goodnight. There's one more secret, but I want that to happen after we get to say our goodnights. An after credit scene, if you will. So as Azamat shows you the Dragon Pantheon, as it will be made and born whole on this era, one that Azamat calls after the Forgotten Era, when Realag is sealed away and all of his madness forgotten by the world. The two names of this planet forgotten for the madness that it caused in that 15,000 years of madness before Realag was sealed away. We're going to say goodnight here, and we're going to say goodbye. Let's start off with all of our wonderful, amazing people, and then we'll do the after credit scene. So let's start off with Sam. Sam, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
I'm so suspicious right now. Hi, I'm Sam. Happy 100th episode. Me and Fred are here. You can find us at Hey Sam Sterling all over the internet places. Go there. Go to Twitter for after this episode once PJ does what he's about to do to us.
Yeah.
Love y'all.
Yeah.
Excellent. Wes, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Hi, everybody. I'm Wes, at Wes_IRL on all the things. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I do cosplay and stuff, so check out my Instagram.
Awesome. Next up, we got Randy. Randy, please tell us who you are and where we can find you all on that sweet internet.
Yeah. Hey everybody, I'm Randy Alvarenga. You can follow me on Twitter at RollerRaja. That's RollerRaja to find out the really cool projects that are coming up. I have a couple of things that are about to be announced, and I'm so pumped and getting ready for the spooky season. So come find out what those things are by following me.
Sydney, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet internet.
Hello, my name is Sidney Rubino. You can find me all over the internet at Sidney Rubino. That's Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. I am also working on a project that's going to be coming up in the next few weeks that I can't talk about just yet, but it's very exciting and very excited to show it to you. What I can talk about is that I'm going to be in the Los Angeles Haunted Hayride, so if you want to go visit me there, I will be there every weekend until the end of October, and I will be very spooky. So if you're in the SoCal area, come on by. It is a spook and a half.
Kylie, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet internet.
Hello, I'm Kylie, or I go by Kai. It really doesn't matter at this point. You can find me at Kai's Wonderful Life all over the internet, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all that good stuff. Not this weekend, but the following weekend, the very 1st of October, I am going to be at HorrorCon here in LA. So if you are around, it's going to be a spooky time. And then I'm also a part of another stream called World Tree Quest. The Wayward Path specifically, and that's on Sundays 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, where we play a bunch of chaotic anti-heroes still trying to be heroes, maybe making some terrible choices, but it's fine. So come check that out as well. And then there'll be another stream that I'll be a part of that I'm not allowed to talk about yet, but keep an eye on my social medias because that will be happening fairly shortly.
Nice. Well, my name is... Oh, wait. After credit scene, here's what you all are about to see. Cut to the realm of the dead. Deep in an ancient labyrinthian palace, you find a courtroom for one Thane Animus, one of the many lords of the dead. One of the many lords in contention with Hamasa for the realm of the dead. You see a very handsome man with slicked back black hair, an eye patch, and 2 long horns, bending the knee in front of Thane Animus. Thane himself, pale, gaunt figure wearing impressive armor with bone and blood, and kind of like the emo side sweep haircut, and this little goatee with like a little soul patch. His eyes just blazing with green, sickly green power. He nods and says, "Yes, of course. The Thane of the Undead understands your deal, Magadon. Remember, even gods must die." Magadon stands up and he says, "Oh, I am counting on it." And he leaves. Scribe, who is next on my charter? Oh, he's already made his known. You stand before Thane Animus, the Bone Lord of the Dead, God of the Soul Well. I hereby recognize you, Koromot. What do you have of me? And with that, my name is PJ Megaw. You can find me all over the internet at pj.megaw on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Come find me, come friend me, and let's have fun. When I'm not here with these amazing legends, you can find me Mondays, 8 to 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on this channel for Wayward Arcadium. We're about to have Parents' Day. It's going to be crazy. And there's so many more projects that are in the works, including a very special show. And I will tell you about that when I can, if I can, and other things. Before I forget, we've been working hard. We have a new merch line dropping on our shop. You might have seen pics. If you want to get the new merch, please go to our Threadless shop. Go to Threadless, look at Nat20 Productions. Also look at Nat20 Productions all over social media. We should have stuff for our Threadless merch there. I feel like I'm forgetting something. What am I
Happy
forgetting?
100th episode.
Yeah.
Happy 100. That's right. Wes, could you please play The Age of Kings, please?
What?
Uh,
Are you?
yes.
What's happening? What are you doing?
Episode 100 is what's happening.
Yeah.
It
That's
is.
the spirit.
One moment. My my computer is frozen.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. It's not your fault. It's the fact that I have about 120 gigs in my downloads folder. That's the problem.
Oh.
Oh gosh, yikes.
Oh, nice.
So give it a second.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, Sydney, who are you closet cosplaying today?
Ilona, my character.
Amazing. Randy, you?
Oh, this is as close as Lothir's gonna get from my closet. So there you go.
Yes.
Brilliant. Sam?
I am the fabulous Ichi, also known as La Pacifica Dorita.
And Wes?
Hi, I'm closet cosplaying Dragon. Notice my blue lips. Cause
What did you do
Love
to
the
that
blue
Smurf?
lips. So
I-
cool.
It's not makeup, it's a filter.
How dare you?
Our wonderful GM, PJ?
I'm cosplaying as the GM in our artwork. And
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Speaking of PJ, we have to toast to PJ because the only person that's been here for every episode is PJ. You want to know why? Because the episodes would not happen without him. Because he's the one who created this world, he's the one that runs this world, he's the one that runs this show, and he is an incredible friend and person in our lives, and we would not be here without him. So PJ, thank you for an incredible 100 episodes. Thank you for an incredible show. You're an incredible human being.
We love you.
Huzzah.
Agree.
I love you too. Wes, I'm so sorry. Can we play Age of Kings again from the beginning? I think I got misty-eyed during a speech.
Yep. There we go. It's going.
All right. I'm waiting here to play back. I'm sure it's already there, but now it's whatever. Anyway, I'll start. As gods of madness always lurk sealed away in our darkest, most watery corners of our mind, as the gods above fail and fail again for us, as the writer who left a page behind for the heroes to pick up in a small place, this world is filled with hope. Tribulations and hope. Heroes will fall, but they will not die. Heroes will struggle, but they will not lose. They will fail, but they will not stop. When the gods came to this planet, when we built this planet, there was a half-elf girl who read books, who was filled with adventure and glorious purpose. There was an elven woman filled with love and pain in equal measure and sought to conquer the world, to conquer herself. There was a young man who saw a world of mud and believed there was a cure for the mud in us all. There was a woman who held her hand up high with a championship belt, not because it was glory, but because it was family. There was a man in a tube and a demon wearing his father's face, waiting for him, and a second chance that he was just breaking out to get. Never forget, the world is always going to have dangers and darkness and grossness. This will be a terrible place forever. But this will always be a place of hope, of beauty, of strength, of love, of tomorrows upon tomorrows. To everyone that said yes to us for 100 weeks. To the heroes that said yes to adventures and tribulations 100 times. And to the demons we rebuked 100 times more. And a world waiting for you to finish it when you look up with your hand raised. I salute you for saying yes. And I will never stop saying yes with you. 100 times I say I love you, 100 times I will prove it. Thank you for 100 episodes. And may we have easily hundreds of more. Thank you from the edge of legend. This has been the nervous writer who has left you with only one page, and I can't wait to see what you write again. All right. I think that's the end of the show. It's way past our bedtime. So, that being said, I think I've said in very fancy, fruity, highfalutin terms how much I love all these players, how much I love you, Ledgeheads. Let's start rating. Who are we going to rate? I'm seeing Hero Zone up. You want to Paul Dances? What are you feeling?
All dances.
Paul Dances.
And also, I I can't let us go without saying that you basically just wrote self-insert fan fiction by being the writer and cosplay as the writer. Yep, that's it. Yep.
That's fair.
Very true.
Look, I had the GM artwork for what so many episodes. I figured I might as well bring that GM artwork character into the world.
No,
Why not?
Own it.
This isn't,
Own
this
it.
isn't criticism. This is
Oh.
Own it.
this is good job.
Well, thank you so much. I hope you like episode 100. When we come back for episode 101, we're going to pick up right in the middle of that ritual and all those people in New Jack City. I hope you like learning a little bit of the world, how it began, how it started, and what everyone's up against. And thank you for becoming legends right along with us. All right. So I could go on forever about emotions, but we have to rate at some point. So we're going to be rating in 3, 2, 1. The delay is killing me.
Raid dance.